live broadcast. So how is everybody doing? Well, man, I've been home all day long. I am having catarrh. So that's why I've not gone live for some time now. As you join me, like and share this broadcast, let's spend some time together. Let us spend this beautiful evening together. For those of you who like arguing, you can share this broadcast now to your friends, family members, people who like to argue, so that they will join us and learn. Here, see, let me tell you, I say things the way it is, and I make videos based on my experience, what I've experienced in life. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? I make videos based on what I've seen and what my friends, people around me have seen. And there is something about me. I don't when I want to make my videos, I don't care whose ox is God. You get the gist now. I don't care whose ox is God. I don't care what you think. I do the right thing. Do you understand me? That comes to my mind that I know that is right. I say it and I do it. Sylvester Obianki, you come here and learn from my wealth of experience. Are you paying me? Money bag, I see you. Vigete is dear. You dey pay me money. Are you paying me money? My experience, my real life experience I've been sharing with my followers. Are you paying me anything for it? Do you know what it costed me? Yes, costed me. Do you know the cost? What I had to go through to gain this experience I'm sharing to you guys. Free. Guten Tag, money bag. Vigete is there. NZK, I see you. Share this broadcast. Somebody said, I'm making videos to get attention, to get traffic. Let me say it once again. Listen, I don't make money on social media. I don't make money on social media. Me hola. You're watching from Bangkok. See, I don't make money from social media. I don't live from social media. So I am not making content to gain traffic. I've said this thing before. This is my passion. This is what I use to kill time. I use these things to while away time. Because I don't work anymore. I'm no longer working. I sit at home all day long. So in order to activate my brain, that is why I make videos. If I am on social media to make money, I will do things to please you. I will not be discussing about religion. I will not discuss about race. I will be like a comedian. I will be fake. I will be making videos that will please everybody. I will not tell you the truth. I will fake it in order to be getting followers, to be getting money. But because I don't want nothing from you. I don't need nothing from you. If I want something from you, I will be fake. There are topics I don't discuss here, like religion, race, and so many things. I'll be pleased. Do you know, a lot of you are not smart. Do you know how fake people are? They try not to offend you so that you don't leave their page, so that you keep giving them money. How many are we here now? For these people who think unfollowing my page or following my page. If you unfollow my page, you are not doing me any good or harm. Did you understand me now? I can decide to delete this page. Only I've got friends. I've made a lot of good friends on social media. That's why. What do you think? I've come to know so many people, and there are many people who have benefited from this platform. They come inbox and tell me that they have benefited so much from this platform. Now let me tell you guys, a lot of you who do not know, many guys have been following my page for years now. And every day I go online. I'm not a hungry man. I'm not, if watching from Botswana. Some people come online to bully me because of the things they. You come to my page, some people are calling me poor man. I'm not supposed to advise people. You know nothing. Okay, let's go. You don't know nothing. Albert, you are watching from South Africa. You see, people watch me from all around the world. I am global. So, watching from South Africa, I'm back from Europe to invest in the country. I hear you, though. Albert, listen to me. How many are we? A lot of people have already joined on Kisdanela, see you. Now let's go. There has been a lot of arguments going on my comment section because of the videos I dropped yesterday and today. I begin with myself, my personal experience. Not only my experience, the experiences of other people who are living in Europe, did you know how many friends I had in the past? That is, many years ago, I don't stay at a place. Ask people who knows me. Listen, Akinola Abiodun Remedy. That is, I was a happening guy. I had a lot of friends. If you come to my shop, you see people. Everybody in Vim knows me. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? So, I told you guys I had a barber's shop. You know barbers. I had a barber's shop here in Vim. And people come to my shop to tell me their stories. I met people, men and women. Now listen, I don't want to rush this program this evening. Take your seat, sit down and listen to me so that you can learn. Listen, I told you guys, I want to start broadcasting now. I told you guys, I have been living in Europe for over 3 decades, over 30 years now. And I came to Europe in order to better my life, to seek for greener pastures, to improve the living condition of my people in Africa, to make investments in Africa, to become somebody in life. Listen attentively. Now, when we arrived here, all the money we made, you that is living in abroad too now, listen. When we arrived here, all the money we made, we sent home to either parents, brothers, sisters, or friends, or whoever, to invest. Listen, so that the new guys, the freshers that just newly came to Europe, so as not to make my mistake and the mistake of so many other people. So when we came here, as a wise man, we started by buying plots of land or building houses, some of us. Many people, because there are so many people who don't have decent homes in their native land. Many people don't have decent building. Many are homeless. Maybe they have land in their village or somewhere, but they do not have money to develop that land. So a lot of people, as they came to Europe here and began to work, they started sending money back home. I was among the people who sent money home. Now let me tell you. And a lot of things made me to change my mind. This is why I'm making this video, to wake a lot of people up. Now listen, since I came to this Europe, I have never benefited anything from Africa. Not 1 cent. You cannot shut me up. I'm saying the truth. I've sent money to Africa. Money. Till today, I have not gotten 1 cent from Africa. And you want me not to say it, not to use this to educate people. You want to shut me up. I'm going to run this program this evening for people to understand and learn from it. I have always been putting money, sending money, sending money, sending money. If I tell you the amount of money I've sent to Africa, it seemed as if I was under spell. Not only me, many people. Investing in Africa. Many people built houses that they are not living in. Many built houses that they did not live in until the day they died. Many died without living in the houses they built. Now, at the time I began to ask myself, man, if you do not take time, you die as a result of pressure. If you don't take time, pressure will buy you, pressure will kill you in abroad. You keep laboring till the day you die in abroad. Now, you are supposed to be thankful to somebody like me who is out here to guide you. So, we bought land, plots of land. What is it bringing for us? Nothing. You invest so much money to buy plots of land. And the worst mistake you will make is trying to develop that plot of land. I'm talking out of experience. The moment you want to develop that plot of land, they monetize your life. From the contractor, from everybody, your family members, everybody will descend on you. That is, they will finish your life. My cousin, he might be watching this video now. My cousin decided to build 4-storied building. He will see this video. He has been building this 4-storied building for 21 years. For 21 years. For 21, this is not, if you like, I'll show you, maybe I'll tell him to make a video and then I'll post it. This is my mother senior, the story plenty. At a time, when money had value, he went home with 30 million. Do you know when? As at 2004, he went home with 30 M. There are things I don't say online. Check the value, the exchange rate of 30M as at 2004. If he's here and he may join us, I'll bring him up to speak. Now listen, since 21 years he has been building house, he has not eaten from that four-story building. There are things I don't say online. Yesterday, I was having an argument with my wife. She said she does not want to put 1 cent in Africa anymore. My wife came here in 1991. She said, okay, since she came here since 1991, people have been taken from her, taken. Till today, nobody. She told me, she said we had a quarrel this morning. She said she does not want to send 1 kobo to Africa again. 1991 till now is how many years? 34 years. Not 1 cent from Africa has entered her pockets. What kind of business is that? See, let me tell you, African people are only after taking from you. Even family members may even deceive you to invest in order for them to rip you off. They pressurize you, come and buy land, come and build house. This person is building duplex, come and do this. They'll pressurize you and you start that building, not knowing they want to monetize you. They want to be, that is, ripping you off. See, let me tell you, the money you are supposed to use and build a duplex, or let me say 3 duplexes, you end up using that money to build bungalow. The money that you are supposed to build 3 duplexes, if you are living in Europe here, you will use that money to build 1 bungalow. Sometimes you will not even succeed in building bungalow. Story day plenty. If I tell you the loss people have incurred, that is what people lost in Africa. There are so many people who said they don't want to step their foot anymore in Africa. They don't want to go to Africa. So many people said we are buried here. I know people who were buried here. They said when they die, bury them here. People I know personally, they died, they were buried here. What are you talking? Because of how families frustrated them. Let's go further. Now, there is what we call self-evaluation. Make our time to think. You that is watching me. All the time I have been going to Africa. When you go, if you call them, you are coming to Africa, you will send them transport money. They are coming to eat from you. As far as they know you are from Europe. Family, friends, anybody that knows you are coming back, they want to come and take from you. If they visit you, you spend money. If you visit them, you spend money. If you ask them to come, you spend money. Even there is nobody in Africa that is willing to do anything for you free anymore. Anybody you call on telephone to help you do something, ordinary message that will not cost them anything. Ordinary message, they will demand, no matter how close you are with that person. If you place a call, my friend, my brother, please help me to do this thing, they will demand money. Families, friends, anybody And these are people you've helped in the past. All these people, since I've been going to Africa, my wife has been going to Africa. See, nobody has given us egusi or bono. As we come back, nobody will give you anything, not even a toilet paper, to come back with. Taiwo Olowe, I see you. Nobody will give you anything. Nobody has given me pure water. You take them to a restaurant, you pay. They come see you in the hotel. You pay the hotel what is bill. You pay for food. You rent the apartment, everything you pay. They are going, you pay the transport money. If they are going, you pay them you give them money for transport. Anybody that comes around you, you spend money. What kind of, is that investment? Okay, let's go further. Today, what I've known, I've seen some people who are building 2-story building, 3-story building, 3-story building in Africa. I laugh at them. Maybe if you nearly come to Europe, see, inflation will destroy your dreams in Africa. Currency, let me start safe. I saw some African people running up under taxi drivers, building 4-story building, 5-story building. I laugh at them. I said to myself, these people don't know what they are doing. The more you make money and invest in your local currency, the more that your money, that money you invest gets devalued. Because the currency, the local currency has no power. Euro is much more stronger. Euro is stronger. So inflation and everything will devalue your investment in Africa. I know what I'm talking about. I'll give you guys instances this night. I see some people, hard workers. So I told you guys, these African leaders are dream killers. They are dream. So I know some people, they are building 4-story building. Now, if you are done building 4-story building, 3-story building, how much are you going? You are from Europe. How much are you going to be getting as rent? Now, how many flats do you have? Maybe you have 6 flats, depending on your location. See, I invested in all the cities. What do you think? Do you think I may do me or what? Do you think I'm a daft person? Before I decided to start investing in my village. So you look me finish. I've been living. Do you think I'm a foolish man that I don't know where to invest? Many people had good intention. But the leaders, inflation, the devaluation of the currency shattered our plans. Bad leadership. Even let me tell you, the safest place to invest is in your town, in your village. Because in the next 1 million years, nobody will touch it. If you want to invest, the best place to invest is your hometown. In the next, man, I don't work. I've invested. In most cities, safe before I decided to go to my town. What do you think? Major cities I follow invest. You're saying you invest. Even the one in the village is more valuable because I have peace there. The one in my village, I have peace. Peace, I can sleep. So you think I don't know how to invest in Lagos, Onitsha, Owerri? I follow invest there. All those places. What do you want to teach me? So I don't know the right place. What do you think? Now, let me tell you the truth of the matter, the reality. No matter, okay, let me continue with the guys that are building house. You build 8 flats in the city. Let's say, okay, you say in the city, in your capital or whatever. How much are you getting in a year? How much are your tenants paying you in a year? Maybe 500,000 or 1 million, how much? Depending on the country you come from. If you calculate the amount of money you are getting for 4 flats or 6 flats, that's the money people make in a month in Europe. The money you are getting for 4 flats in a year, people get it in 1 month in abroad. What you are toiling day and night, what you are toiling day and night, the money, how much are they paying you in a year for that your 4 flats? At times, the tenants don't pay you. Many don't pay. Okay, let's assume they pay you for your 4 flats or 6 flats. How much is it? Convert it to euro. Convert it to euro. And tell me how much you have cash in euro or pounds sterling. The money people make in a month is equivalent to how much the money you make for 6 flats in a year. That's your yearly, that's money you make the whole year. Is what people make in a month. Business is about profit. Not because this is my home country, this is my father's land. Some people still believe home is the best. Home is the best. But I told you last 2 weeks or so, that they kidnapped my nephew. You are talking about home. People, you get robbed, you get murdered in that home. Let's go further. Now, all these investments we are talking about, they tell you, they call money names. Try to convert that money in euro. Let's see how much you have. Did you know, let me tell you the story of what happened to me. When was it? It was 2021. Let me share this story with you. True life story. In 2021, I was having 25,000 euros. Listen attentively. This is not a long time ago. 2021, I was having 25,000 euros. My wife told me that I shouldn't invest that money in Africa. She said I should not invest that money. I said, Europe too. I'm tired. I said, home. Everybody is talking about home. I haven't learned. 25,000 euro. I went because I know about real estate. Now, I went online, began to search for land to buy. I saw a plot of land in another state here in Austria. In another state, I saw a plot of land. And that plot of land was sold for 22,000 euros. Somewhere in here, we call it Lower Austria. Niederösterreich. My wife remember, Lower Austria. That land was going for 22,000 euros as at 2021. I called the man. The man said the last price was 22,000 euros. Now I told the man I was coming so day to come inspect the land and pay for the land. After some time, I was getting pressure from home. Home is home. You need to think home, think home, think home. That home is the best. I said, okay. I told my sister, I said, okay, look for land for me at home. She went and looked for land for me to buy, shop to buy. I bought land, I bought shop in Africa. Now the land that I wanted to buy here, I have fixed an appointment with the real estate agent. I cancelled it. Now I used the money to buy land in Africa. That land is lying there since that time, since 2021, 4 years ago. If you check the price of the land, they tell you maybe they call money 15 million. You'll be saying, this land you bought it for 5 million or 6 million, or they'll tell you 17 million. The people at home will be celebrating that you made profits. But if I should sell the land now, I wouldn't realize my capital. If I sell the land now, all the land that I use that money to buy, I cannot realize my capital. Now listen. The land is lying down there. Now I called that real estate, that man that I contacted 2001. I asked him if that land is still available. The man said no. I said, how much are they selling land around that place now? The man told me that land, that place now is going for 50,000 euros. 50,000 euros. 45, depending on the location. 55,000 euros. I felt like jumping out of this window. I felt like jumping out of, have you seen? You don't understand nothing. You don't understand anything. If I had made the right decision, if I had bought that land in Lower Austria, I would be having property of about 50 or 60,000 euros. Now convert it to your country's local currency. You don't understand it. You don't understand it. Let me continue. My wife has a friend. They worked together at the same hospital. Listen. You know, she was working in a station with many Philippines and other people from other nationalities. She worked in a hospital. Listen. So, what year was that, Seth? They were buying that car garage?
2012.
Okay.
They asked me to buy it again.
You said 2000 and what?
2012.
Okay, listen. As at 2012, my wife came home. She told me that her friends at workplace are buying car garage. How much did they buy it?
12,000 euros.
Okay, wait. She said they bought the car garage, 12,000 euros. They asked her to buy. We were still talking about Africa, investing in Africa. Some of her friends bought 3 car garage. Some bought 2, some bought 4. Some borrowed money from bank to buy this garage. They asked my wife, we were still talking about Africa.
We invest in Africa.
Wait, let me explain to them now. My wife fights me every day. Now listen. One of her friend, how many did she buy?
She bought 2.
Okay, wait. One of her friend bought 2 garage here in Vienna and rented it out. And she is making how much?
150 euro per garage.
Okay, now.
To rent it out, 150.
For one?
150 meter.
Okay, wait.
Rent.
Yeah. This Philippine woman bought 2 garages and she rented the 2 out. And she makes 150 euros each for each garage.
2 garages, 300.
And the friend is making 300 euros every month. 300 euros for car garage every month. So, since 2012, the friend has been making 300 euros extra for the car garage she bought. While we that invested in Africa,
We are losing.
we are losing. We are not making 1 cent.
Not even,
You see, if you come here to talk to me,
not even 1 cent, not even 1 kobo.
if you come here to talk to me in the name of Africa,
This is scheisse.
the person is making 300 euros from car garage per month for 1 month. And you say Africa.
And now each garage is 70,000 euros.
Wait. Now, each garage that woman bought, wait, madam.
70,000 euros.
Each garage
That is, she bought 12,000.
she bought 12,000 euros. The worth now is 70,000 euro each.
And I'm almost
70,000 euro each. 70,000 euro each car garage.
apart from 300 euros that she's getting.
Each car garage.
I don't invest for Africa now.
So her 2 garage would be worth 140,000 euros.
She called me recently. She told me.
She speaks with her every time. She blames my wife for investing in Africa.
Every time they blame me.
140. The ones we invested in Africa, we are not getting nothing.
Not even one.
Even if it appreciates, if it appreciates, he said land appreciates. Do people land appreciates, and if it appreciates, the money, the local currency has no power. The inflation will devalue the whole thing. The woman that my wife friend now is a very rich woman.
She is.
She did not even buy only the garage. Many people.
She bought houses too.
She has 2 apartments. And these 2 apartments are worth over 1 million euros. What do we have?
We invest in Africa.
We don't invest in Africa.
They don't make somebody poor.
We invest in Africa.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you experience, not only my experience, some people say if you hear their experience, you will run. Some people will come and be talking rubbish. Okay, now let me tell you. A car garage here costs 70,000 euros. A car garage.
The cheapest is 45,000 euros.
It depends on the district.
The area.
It depends on the district. Now listen. That's your 4-story building. That's your 3-story building. That's your duplex. If you sell it, you cannot even buy 1 room. You cannot buy 1 room in abroad. You may not even buy car garage. That's your money. If you sell that your house, you may not be able to. You might not buy garage in abroad here. Because you are still doing local business. You eat fufu and drink palm wine and you believe everything is okay for you.
Of lighting say you don't arrive.
If I tell you something, there are things I don't even want to share here in public. But it annoys me when people come online to talk rubbish. If my children make money today, If my children, I don't want them to make my mistake. If my children make money today, I would advise them to invest in Europe. I will not go to Africa. Nah. Did you know, even if you buy a car garage here, a car garage, and rent it out, it's enough for you to survive in Africa. The rent alone, every month, the rent alone is enough for you to survive in Africa. It will be your pension. Car garage. I'm not talking about apartments. I'm not talking about flats. Imagine where you have 2 or 3 car garage and rent it out. Let's say, okay, let's assume it is 120 euros or 100, depending on the district. 3, you are getting 300 euros every month. It is enough for you to survive in Africa. And whenever you want to sell it, you sell it with, that is,
big money.
with big money, big returns. With big returns. So, all these people that are coming, if you know the mistake, even, okay, if you go to Africa now to sell your properties, if you go, they carry you, you carry the money in pickup or in autobus. They will load the money for you. The money will full house, but it has no value. You sell the properties you have in Africa, bring it here in Europe. What can you purchase with that money? It has no value. And you want people to continue with the same mistake. You want people to make the same mistake. You don't want people to do the right thing. Even the little one you did in Africa, listen attentively, the little investment you made in Africa, as far as you are living in Europe, families' eyes are on it. Family members' you may not know. That small one you made in Africa, they are waiting for you to die. You are living in abroad. That one you made that small one you are managing your life with, they are waiting for you to die so that they take over it. Stay there now. Stay there now. When I make my video, I make my videos based on experience. I have sorghum. I'm disturbed every day. All what I'm praying for is life. You should be praying for life if you have anything in Africa, especially if you are living in abroad and your children are still small, or your children cannot go to Africa, or they don't know where your investment in Africa is. A lot of people do things blindly. Many people invested in Africa without their children living in abroad. Children that were born in abroad don't know where their father's or their mother's investment is. If you die, you kiss that property goodbye. If you die, kiss that property goodbye. Let me tell you. I know many people here who died. That was how their properties went. Their children couldn't access their properties. What should they tell me? Somebody's asking me, what should we do? Don't you know what to do? As far as, cool down. If you are a citizen of the country you live in, invest in that country. If you are a citizen of the country, European citizen, American citizen, if you have money, invest that place. This does not mean you shouldn't invest in your father's land. You must have to build retirement home in your father's house. Build house for rainy day. I always say it. You must have something in your home country in case if you get a CB. Have a place in your father's land, in your village. Build maybe a bungalow, a duplex. Keep it there. Nobody knows how how the journey might be. But all this hard work we are going through, all this hard work, make sure You invest where your children can have it if you are no longer alive. Make sure you invest it where your husband or your wife. Taiwo, they will not understand. So they don't understand what I mean by car garage. So I think a lot of people following this page are based in abroad. They understand. Many people living in, they know what car garage. Or you think they are thinking like the car garage.
Car park.
Car park. Car park is no car garage. Maybe somebody said they might be thinking it's like all this car garage in Africa.
No, normal, like a house, like a room.
This car garage is the size of a room, that it is always all built inside a building. Built under, that is, you park your car there and lock it, close it. That's car garage. Like a single room, you see it in front of buildings, you park it. There are different types. There are different types. Do you understand what I'm talking about? There are different types. So, now, you are investing in Africa. Should I tell you how many people that have died, young men that have died here, who have their children here? They are uncountable. As soon as they died, that was the end. The families descended on their properties.
They share them.
They shared it among them. Even there was a guy, as he went to prison, I've told you guys the story. There was a guy, as he went to prison, family, he didn't die, he hasn't died though. He just went to prison for 1 year. The family,
did not hear from him.
They did not hear from him. The family shared his property. The guy is still alive. The family shared, they conducted his burial ceremony while he was in prison. They were quick to share his property. As he was in prison, the family conducted his burial ceremony. Shared, the brothers, the sisters, everybody shared his investment. The guy ran the streets. They shared his property. Everybody carried. When the guy came out of the prison, he spoke to me. He went to Africa. He was not able to recover one.
Not even 1 cent.
He did not recover one. All of them were saying they have spent the money. Blah, blah, blah. They hid the money. You get mad. I'm telling you something you like to argue. Who is that person, self? When they argue, self? Why are you arguing? I've passed that stage that I'll come online and be telling you rubbish. What should bother you is what will become the fate of your property when you are gone. Who will inherit that property in Africa? This is what we think every day. Okay, now if you say you want to sell that property, if you want to sell it, you live in Europe. If you sell it and come to Europe here, the money is useless.
Cannot even buy garage.
You can't use the money to buy anything. Some places here in Vienna, one room is over 700,000 euros. A room apartment with toilet and kitchen, depending on the district. One room. Gasonia, we call it gasonia. One room. It's about 700. And there are people who bought it when it was cheap. How much do you have in Africa? When they bring all the whole house, when they sell it, is it up to 50,000? How much? Is it up to 50,000 euros? But then, let me tell you, investment in Africa is good. If you want to live in Africa, I will not tell you lie. If your plan is to relocate to Africa and spend the rest of your life in Africa, you use that currency to be living in Africa, it is okay. But if you are an international businessman, somebody that knows what's up, no. If, for instance, you see, land is very valuable. I encourage people to buy land, depending on what you want to use it for. If you have extra money, say you are living in Europe here, and you plan to relocate back to Africa, is worth doing. Because maybe you want to go into farming, you hate cold weather, you want to live in Africa later on. I'm not advising you against it. But if your family is here, your family is here, your children were born here, and there is no likelihood of your children relocating to Africa, living in Africa, and man, it is a complicated story. It's a complicated issue. This thing demands high intelligence, good planning. It's not something you come out and begin to talk rubbish. Or else, your labor will go in vain. Your enemy will take over your property in Africa. That your brother, that your sister, that isn't wishing you well, will take over your property, and your children will be suffering in abroad, stranded in abroad. I don't want to labor for somebody else. I want to labor. My labor should go to my children. My labor should go to my children. This is what you need to be thinking. What happens after you are gone? What happens to your property after you are gone? Do you understand what I'm talking about? So, somebody said rich people don't talk like this. How do rich people talk? Did you know that Dangote was among world richest men? Dangote, one Nigerian guy. Because of that currency devaluation, Nigerian currency was devalued. The guy is nowhere now among the rich people in the world. Because that's his worth is not up to, it's no longer a force to reckon with. His money is in naira. He's no longer, because the money no get value. The money has no value. You don't understand it. So, somebody is saying grandchildren will not. What are you talking about, Africa? Africa, a place. Do you know the kind of crime that is going on in Africa? Insecurity. People's life have been cut short. People die untimely deaths in Africa. Where do you call home? It's home where you will be cut. It's home where your life will be cut short. It's home where you are talking about investment. Now let me tell you. You are talking about investment. You want to invest in a country where there is no electricity. How's your company going to function? You want to invest in a country where there is no security. You don't have insurance. Men think. I know a lot of people. See, do you know how old I am? I'm approaching 60 years. If I take the money I have now to go and build a hotel or build a company or invest in Africa, now let me tell you, do you have firefighters in Africa? You don't have. How many African countries have efficient firefighters? I've seen men cry like babies as their properties got burnt. I see, if you invest in Africa, see, let me tell you, the day your property will catch fire, you kiss that thing goodbye for life.
And you are poor for life.
You become poor. I tell you, Africa, the day you are property, listen to me. This puzzle is here again. Are you listening to me? Let me fix this puzzle. Let's say you invested in Africa, you built your duplex, or your supermarket, or your hotel. I've seen these companies or your residence caught fire. What people do when their building or their investment is burning is they start calling on Jesus Christ. They start calling Jesus Christ. They start calling on Allah. Your investment is burning fire, and there is no emergency, no what is it called? Firefighter number to call, emergency number to call. Wait, somebody said failed man. Look at me very well.
Are you joking?
Do I look like a failed man? You know, Rich. You look at me very well. Do I look like you? Do I look like a poor man to you? How do you define a failed man? You that is saying this thing now, I'm bigger than you.
In 100 million times.
My wife is talking to you because you don't know. I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than your entire village. Show your face now. What I have done, you cannot do. That is even 2% of it. You get mad to talk. You know, Rich. Somebody said, how happy am I in Europe here? I'm very happy, I'm safe. I'm fulfilled. What is your name? I'm fulfilled. How are you living in Africa? You are hiding up and down from criminals, where you might be murdered and your family will not get justice. You don't tell yourself the truth. Failed system, compromised judicial system, where politicians rig election. You are not fighting it. You are not ashamed of yourself.
And they don't want to change.
And you don't want to change.
They like it like that.
Your politicians are stealing money. You don't even have mouth to talk. You cannot even talk to them. Anybody can rig election and become your leader. You don't question it. You have mouth to talk to me. Where you are living in darkness, you have no light, you have no electricity. You have mouth to talk. You have no water to drink. Your roads are not motorable. You get mad to think. You get mad to talk. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is not what we are talking about. How am I lost? You know, Rich. I'm 100% better than you in every area of life. Even your entire family. You get mad to talk. Where people die because there are no no good hospitals. Don't you see how people die?
Fake drugs.
Fake drugs everywhere. You are not talking about it. Fake, everything is fake. The beer, the hot drinks, the wine, the medications you are buying is fake. You get mad to talk.
If anybody see, they fly them to India or
Why are your leaders coming to abroad for medical treatment? You know the shame? Why are your leaders? You don't question these things. Don't you question? You get mad. You don't even talk to. Why are they coming to abroad for medical? Do you have good hospitals? You are supposed to respect me that is speaking up, that is opening people's eyes. How many of your leaders goes to local hospitals? to receive treatment. But your leaders are coming here for medical checkup. You know the shame. Every time you see queue, you see people line up at petrol station waiting for fuel, you're not ashamed. Thousands of people queue in line waiting for to buy fuel. Every time fuel scarcity, you are not feeling ashamed. The black man. People suffer every day. People die of hunger. People stand for days just to get fuel. Everywhere generator, you are not feeling ashamed of it. You get mad to talk. You see, these are the people who want to liberate. You like suffer. You leave the people that caused your predicament. You come to talk to me. You leave the people that caused your suffering. You come to talk to me. That is on my own, doing my thing. You have no much to even talk to your leaders that messed your life up. I will make a video, you run, come and talk. Come and comment. You don't want to talk to your leaders. You are scared of them. You come to me. When somebody make a video, see, I'm not here. I'm not begging for followers. I'm not begging you to follow my page. You can get away. You just need to move. Do you understand me? I'm not begging you to follow me. Do you see me? If you don't like me, you get away. I don't want you. I want people who value what I'm doing, my content, to be here, not somebody like you. So you are not angry with the system in Africa. You are happy with the way things are in Africa. You are not ashamed of yourself. As a black man, you are disrespected wherever you go. You are treated like a subhuman as a black man. I don't know where you come from. I don't want to go there. You are contented with suffering. You don't get mad to talk. You are happy suffering. You are happy in darkness. Have you seen life? I've gone to most countries in the world. I've seen people. I know how people live. I know how human beings are supposed to live. Somebody said, look at your life in Europe, depression. Who told you? Who told you? Who told you? I'm a mad man.
But it's even better than to be in darkness.
It is better to be depressed in Europe. Did you hear my wife? She said it is better to be depressed in Europe than to live in darkness. It is better to be depressed in Europe than to live in a country where you might be kidnapped at any time. Your life is not safe. It is better to be depressed. At least the government is
there for us to take care of us in Europe.
You heard that. The government is here to take care of everybody. If I'm depressed, I go to hospital. You have no hospital to go to.
No good tablet.
No time. All the medication you are taking is fake. You get mad to talk. Are you not ashamed? It is better to be depressed in Europe here than to go and get kidnapped in Africa. Yes, because people with such mentality, you see these people with this kind of mentality, that is why the continent will remain like that.
It will remain like that till 200 years.
All what they're after, these people now, they are looking for who to tell. You have no money, you are a poor man, you are a failure because you watch my videos.
Because of what you said.
Because of what I saw online. You see, my wife is laughing at you. You are because of the video you see online, you say you are happy, say this man is a poor man.
So at least I'm better than
When they watch, so you watch my video, you are happy. You are happy you are better than me. See you. You watch my video, so you are jubilating that you are better than me, that I'm a poor man. Well, continue jubilating.
A country that they worship only money.
So that means, imagine a situation. As a poor man now. So because I'm a poor man, you disrespect me. You insult me. This is the mentality of the black man. That's why armed robbers are chasing you up and down. You don't respect poor people. You oppress the poor. People come see comments. You are a failure. You are a poor man. This is why your leaders keep oppressing you. This is why your leaders keep oppressing you.
Because they are too cheap.
Because of your mentality. You oppress the poor. See people, they come on that comment section. You are a poor man, you are a failure. If somebody has no money, the person is a failure. You don't know me. So you rejoice because you believe you are better than me. You come on.
Society that is bossing, worshiping money.
So see people people that cannot even talk to the leaders. You are living in darkness. You have no light. You have no light. Do you know? I can touch any part of the world. I think your leaders are looking for visa. They are denying your leaders visa. Your leaders are looking for visa. They are denying them visa. They want to. The embassies are the whole politicians. They are denying them visa. Shame. Visa. Me, I don't need visa to go to anywhere. We can touch any part of the world without visa. You don't see that I'm bigger than you. Even your politicians. Your politicians are going to the embassy and they are denying them visa. You get mad to talk. You know they feel ashamed. A country, they don't. This is what they call see finish. See finish. A whole politicians go to embassy and they deny them visa. You get mad to come here and talk to me. Tony, you are in the building. Yes, they deny them visa. You get mad to talk to me. A mad man. Do you know what's up? Do you know what's up? Me that can touch any place, now can appear where you are, any place, any part of the world, I come there, meet you, one-on-one. Respect that.
It's not a beans.
It's not beans, it's not a joke. I can touch any part of the world. I just move. Respect me. Me and you know they for the same level. You see, yes, I need to ignore them. This guy just came to, because I was firing on. He came to distract me. You don't want to listen to the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. How is your living condition in Africa, where you provide everything by yourself? You provide everything by yourself.
Government is not there.
Government is not there for you. Government provides nothing. You need light. You go, either if you have money, you go buy solar energy.
Or
generator.
Noise everywhere.
Noise everywhere. Noise pollution. You need light. You have to provide your own light. You need water. You provide your own water. You provide, the police is inefficient. You need security. You need to provide your own security. You know the shame.
Even if you go to police, you go report, they need money to...
The police even need money to come and attend to you. If you go report a case, you need to mobilize the police. You need to give them money. You get mad to talk. You are not feeling ashamed. These are the things you need to fight before you come in public to open your mouth. Do you have emergency number to call? Do you have hotline? Do you have hotline? People, when you get kidnapped, everybody will be crying. No, police don't. Please, shift to.
You don't even need to give somebody like that attention, you know.
Also, if I you follow me. Somebody is asking me if I'm fulfilled in Europe. If I'm not fulfilled in Europe, why am I here? I'm fulfilled. How do you? Why are you talking? I'm a father of 5 children, 5 grown children. You are asking me if I'm fulfilled in Europe. Are you not hearing the voice of my wife? What else does a man need? I've done what a man is supposed to do in life. You say, are you fulfilled in? I have grown children. You are asking me if I'm fulfilled in Europe. What do you want me to do then? I've done everything a man is supposed to do in life. Everything a man is supposed to do in this life, I've done it. Respect that. You say, well, are you fulfilled in Europe?
What's the question?
That, you know, some people, the man has been asking, are you fulfilled in Europe? Are you fulfilled in Europe? As if we are not running the same race. Somebody's asking me, am I happy? I'm very happy. I'm a happy man. I have everything I need. If I want to eat food now, I take my wife to a restaurant, we go and eat food. If I like, I see my kitchen here. I tell her to go prepare fufu for me, I eat. What do you want? I'm not hungry. What is being fulfilled? You understand me? You think if I want to if I want to make a move now, if I want to go live in New York next tomorrow I go live in New York. In Japan, you see me go live. What is fulfillment to you? What else do you need? If I decide to be in Africa now this week, I will be. That is, you see me touch down in Africa. All of them come. They want to try. I don't know. Just forget these people. Somebody said I'm trapped. Who told you I'm trapped? I'm a fulfilled man. see this person say I'm trapped. If you don't know what's in there. You don't know what's up. You don't know what's up. Say you're trapped. So you believe a guy, man like me, look me very well. I resemble you who will be trapped. Look me very well. CG like me. So I resemble you, somebody that will be trapped in a system. I resemble you. Because you see me online, do you know my capabilities? I resemble you, somebody that will be trapped in a system. Just do it now. Go ask people who knows me. In Ajukwe. You look me finish, I resemble you, somebody, even somebody say you are a fed man. Do I look me very well? I resemble you, somebody will go fed. So do I resemble you? See these people. So they're going to India. Let me make the lights on. You see some people now, you know, when they watch videos, they think, do I look like anyhow man to you? Do I look like anyhow person to you? These are small children that I'm responding to. I did not know. Let me forget them. Money bag just is one of those things now. That's is among the things now. When you die, your wife take everything. See,
I'm made.
my wife herself. Are you
I'm
hearing her
made.
voice? Are you hearing her voice?
I'm a made woman. I don't need
She's a
nothing.
made woman. She don't need nothing.
I don't need nothing.
She's here with me every day. You don't know nothing. She's here for life, here with me, no stress.
I cannot take my own thing now.
For we- You see my wife, she's not stressed though. You see her sitting, eating and enjoying. Every day. So guys, I just came out to spend time with you lovely. I know my people. Lovely people. If you look me finish, I resemble you anyhow man. Somebody that will be trapped. So you look me, you no get eyes now. You have no eyes. You have no eyes. Ishokamba gi film. Ishokamba gi film. Ishoifu film. My wife don't stress herself, but you see her now. Every day she watches African movies from morning till night.
If I want to go for holiday, I book ticket, I move.
Are you hearing her? We are looking for activities, what will make us happy. We don't pass some level. What we are looking for now is what will make us happy. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? What we are looking for is, we are such, you see, okay, I tell you that I'm bored. Yes, I'm bored. I'm looking for what will engage me, what will make me happy. Bosco is in the building. When did you even start following? Don't you see every day I go live? I've been running this program for years, morning, afternoon, evening. You don't ask yourself question. Say you look me finish, I resemble you a fed man. I'm looking for activity. Well, guys, this I don't know where this person come out from.
Maybe some of them they are the same age like somebody's child, so
Maybe you are the same age with my children.
daughter, you know,
I don't, or maybe they never even reach. They never even reach self.
yeah, that's it. So just forget it.
My children are getting to 30 years self. They are about 30 years. How old are you? The first one is about 30 years. Another one is 26 years. The second one. My son is about 24, 25 years. You got the gist now. So I'm talking to some
Small children.
small children. Well, I don't need to respond to. I don't need to read this comment from this kind human being.
They just want to distract you. Huh?
Yeah, but I will go live later. And I want to eat fufu now. Then I go live. Jenny Nation, how do you mean? Jenny Nation, how do you mean? You say what's deliberate? How do you mean? I did not get what you meant. These people don't know. I'm looking for activity, self. I stay at home from morning till night. They look for activity. Come here, they talk rubbish. Patrick Martins, let me forget it. Let me face my people on TikTok, self. I don't know where these people crawl out from. Where did you crawl out from? Crawl back to your hole. I don't know where you crawled. You want to tell me how to? They want to tell me how to make money. I don't chase money. I don't chase money. I know they do that one.
Money chasers.
Money chasers. We don't do it. You understand me? Somebody's asking, how am I paying bills? How do we pay our bills? You want to know how I pay my bills? You see it? You want to know how I pay? You are going to see me here.
That's why. Wow.
You are going to see me like this forever in this the same apartment the next 100 years. As far as there is life, you are going to see me here and keep wondering. Keep wondering, okay? Keep wondering how I pay my rent and pay my bill. So guys, you think say me and you are met? Me and you no be met. You get liver. Do you have liver? You get liver. You get mind. When men they talk, you come out. So if men they talk now, you go come out. Follow the talk. If men they talk now, you go come out, follow talk. As a man. So, so guys, I want to be dropping more videos. What you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger than you. Well, guys, boss, can see you. Some people, Patrick, I see everybody. Some people came to distract my program. I might come back later tonight. The party must go on. When I make videos, I say my mind. I tell my experiences. I share my experiences with you.
Doing investment in Africa is a waste of resources. To me.
See, my wife now, I told you, she has never gained 1 cent. She came here in 1991.
And I've been investing in Africa. I never get any dime in return from Africa.
Are you listening to her? She said she has been investing in Africa. She has not gotten 1 dime from Africa. And you want her to keep investing.
Never. I put my money here in Europe. Now.
Make we eat panicari.
Okay.
So guys, let me eat my evening meal. I might come out to run normal program. Nobody, what's the name? Nobody we know they do competition, whether you invest, anybody will invest, you invested in your pockets. If you invest, it's for you. Anybody that invests, if you don't want to invest, you leave it. You suffer at old age. Nobody's competing with anybody. Yes, I'm coming back, and when I come back, I'm not going to mind these comments and these people that just came out now. So when I come back later, I run my normal program.
No distraction.
No distraction. If I come back again, no distraction. Let me tell you, if you don't like me, you leave the page. If you don't like me, you waka comot.
Or you don't like what you are saying.
If you don't like me or what I'm saying, you move. I don't feed on social media. It doesn't give me money.
It's only just for
it's for fun.
For fun.
To keep myself busy, to activate my brain. If you don't like me, you move. I'm not living on social media. I can decide to throw.
It's not do or die affair.
Are you hearing my wife? It's not do. I can decide not to go to anywhere and be sleeping till the rest of my life. Every day, sleep. Just be sleeping and waking up. If you don't like my page, move. I'm not begging you. People who like my page will come and follow my page. If you know you don't like me, don't follow my page. Let me tell you. So, man, I want to eat fufu now. Though it's very late, but I want to eat fufu. I want to eat fufu. I'm not begging anybody. Oh. I know they beg you. If you don't like, move. If you like, move. If you like, you stay. Finish. Fufu good for the body. Let me eat better fufu now. I eat my fufu. I'm coming back later. Who made the request? Is the person from? Is that the person that made the request? If you're an old school, I will bring you in. Who is the person? Who made the request? If it is somebody that I know, my core follower, I bring you in. Identify yourself. The person that made the request. I don't want to let my core follower down. Somebody is talking about my number. I don't give my number to anybody.
What do you need the number for? You can talk to you on the street.
I don't give my number to anybody. Stop asking me for my number. I don't give my number to anybody. Charles, see Charles, let me bring you. Charles, let me bring you up. This is my taxi, bro. Money bag and okay. Let me bring everybody up.
Uncle Rudy.
Yeah, I see you. Charles, where are you now? Charles made the request. Now I didn't see you. Now you can keep talking. Moneybag or Morgan, you can say what you want to say. Charles, make the request. Let me bring you. I did not see your request.
Moneybag can go first.
Moneybag, you can now speak. Moneybag, are you making? What are you? This one is this is strange.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I just came in and I said let me greet you. I've been watching you and I've been your follower. I enjoy your program and everything you do.
Okay.
And ever since I started following you, I've learned a lot too.
Okay.
It is in this your page I discovered that investment is good, and I've been investing very wisely.
Okay.
Yeah. So just stopping by to say hi.
I appreciate you big time.
So where are you from?
I'm from Vienna.
Okay, Vienna, that's Austria, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I appreciate you. Let's hear from Charles, please.
Are you hearing my voice?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Good evening, Uncle Rudy.
I see you big time.
Thank you for your educational program.
Good.
I have been listening to you since concerning where to invest, either Africa or Europe.
Good.
But the way you took the matter is like you have not visited Nigeria for a very long time. And number two, you don't bring Europe into consideration in old age. What we are talking about now is not now. It's not now at all. Now is different from, by the grace of God, if God give us long life. Me and you know from the job that we do that old life here in Europe is nonsense. When you are old, your children is no longer at home with you, and you are left alone. You know, the way we left our parents to hustle in Europe, that is the same way our children is going to leave us and go and hustle somewhere. That is the reason why I'm very, very much in support of those who wants to go back to their home country. The reason why is that I'm talking from experience. Are you hearing me?
Everybody's listening to you.
Yeah, I'm talking from experience. There is no way as an immigrant, for example, you take Austria, for example, that you can invest passive income here in Europe. The highest we can do is to buy a house. Maybe you buy a garden house or a flat. And this thing that you are talking about, that you buy a house, do not generate money to us because it's a fixed capital income. You understand? But the question is that every old people enjoy being among his kinsmen when you get older. For example, when I travel home, I have more joy when I meet my extended family, some friends that we grow up together. You know, I have that kind of self-belonging. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have strength to fight against these people when they show you a racist act. But when you are old, you can no longer fight for yourself, and this kind of racist act come over. Then you will begin to remember that your home is more better. There is nothing that is happening in Nigeria, for example, my own country, that is not happening anywhere in the world. You talk about insecurity in Nigeria, brother. I'm telling you, there is security in Nigeria.
See, let me come now. Let me come, please. This platform, there are people from different nationalities. So when you want to talk, you talk generally. There are people from different nationalities, Europeans, Arabs, people from US, from everywhere. So you speak generally. We don't, this platform is not for Nigerians, it's for everybody. Keep talking.
Hello?
I'm listening to you. Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear you.
I said, when you want to speak, speak generally. Don't particularize on Nigeria. Don't say Nigeria. Talk generally.
No, I'm talking of, I will only talk on where I have experience.
Okay, now, where you have experience, there are people who have another experience that is different from yours. Do you understand me?
That is what I'm saying, that you are talking, your talk is like you are concluding that anybody that goes back to Africa is just wasting his time, that everybody should stay here in Europe.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that is what I've been hearing from what you are saying.
No. You did not. Maybe you did not start following the program on time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not condemning Africa. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest. Maybe I'm talking about the exchange. I spoke about many things. Maybe you go back and watch my videos, or maybe you can go on Facebook and rewatch.
I'm here with you.
Okay, so I'm not telling people not to invest in Africa. I'm not condemning Africa and okay, now let me tell you. You've spoken now. There are people who have decided to make Europe their home, whether Europe is boring or not. Do you know?
Brother.
No, I asked you a question. Did you know that there are African people?
I want to give you a very clear assignment. If you can do it, then after doing it, you will come back again and we'll talk. Take a time. Just take your time. Go to Napoli in Italy. Go and see the life of those people that came to Europe before us. That has this mentality that Europe is the best place. There is no security in Nigeria. there is no light. As they were saying this thing, they were growing old. And they were only factory workers and restaurant workers. Now they are old, they cannot be able to do anything any longer. They now stay on the street.
So are you telling me there are not people who, did you know that people get depressed in Africa, in Nigeria and other African countries? People are lonely too in Africa.
That's what I'm saying now.
No, people, no, you are talking as if only in Europe people are depressed. There are depressed people in Africa. There are depressed people in the villages. There are people who are lonely in the villages. They have no contact with their families.
Do you know how depression comes?
No, I'm telling you, it's not, don't ask me. I'm telling you that there are people in Africa who are also depressed.
Bro, all over the world, there are people that are depressed.
Then why are you saying it, you make it seem as if only in Europe people are depressed?
No. I'm not talking about Europeans. I'm talking about Africans, Nigerians, Tanzanians,
See,
Zimbabweans.
that Napoli you are talking about now, you say I should go. If you go to Africa now, Nigeria, Ghana, you still see the same situation. People living in their homeland who are unhappy, who are depressed, who are lonely.
That there was a time in the life of these people that they have money, they were working, they have strength. Most of them that I know, this is what makes their life to be bad. Even to them, they speak about it. If you speak to them, that if it would be, I know, I could have just built a little house in Africa and relocate back now. And I'm unable to do anything. Brother, the best thing, I'm still telling you, the best place to spend your life as an old person, it is where you were born. Forget about exchange rate. It will even help you. As if you, for example, you relocate from Australia back to Nigeria, your pension alone from here can take you for 3 months, 1 month pension. You don't need much. You don't need much as an old man to live in Africa. You just only need a house.
Okay, Charles, do you know me very well, Oda?
Yeah, I know you very well.
Okay, do I have something or not?
You have.
Okay.
The way you are saying it now is like you are discouraging others.
No, I'm not discouraging people. I'm telling you that, excuse me, what I'm telling you, listen very well now. That investment in Africa did not bring anything for me.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, then what is the
what's the use?
So somebody is working and is
Excuse me, man. But you see it did not bring anything for me. So why should I continue on that path? Thank you for...
No, I'm not talking about you investing in Europe now. I'm talking about, investing in Africa now. I'm talking about old age and relocation. Because I heard you talking about there is no light, there is no water, there is no security, as if Africa is still...
No. It depends on the comments people made on Facebook. It's as a result of the comment people are making on Facebook. That's my reaction. I
understand you, Bruce. Try to balance them. Africa is getting better.
Okay. You only saw my reaction. You did not see the action of the person, the offender. You saw a reaction, my reaction. You did not see what triggered that reaction.
Because you are the host now, I only hear from you.
Okay. Well,
you are a man of experience. You understand? You are a host. Please don't dish out anger. You are a man of experience. Try to balance things because people that are hearing you understand? People are hearing
but I need to be truthful now. Like you admitted, I made investment. I'm not getting anything. You know me very well. I did not get anything from it. Should I come and tell people lie? I'm making my videos based on what my experience. Do you want me to tell people lies? I make videos based on, okay, house, I built house. The house is lying there since. Even in Lagos State, we slept up since getting to 20 years, we slept there only one time.
Because you built a private house.
Yes. So what is the need now? Excuse me. What is the need of building the house, leaving it there, and then 20 you sleep there once in how many decades?
That is private. That is you build a private house. You didn't build a commercial house.
Even if you build commercial house.
Okay, the story too long, brother.
I'm telling you, because there are commercial house in Lagos, for example, that are getting up to about 15 million a year.
15.
15 million naira a year. People that build commercial houses. But your own, you build private house, you build how do they call it, palace. That is the problem. There are investments in Nigeria, there are investments in Africa. You understand? You try, uncle, you try go back to Nigeria and walk around. You will see what I'm telling you.
And do what?
I say you try go back to Nigeria.
And do what there?
Around.
And do
Just to walk around and see.
Okay.
There are good things over there. You understand? There are systems created for all these things that you are talking about. For example, light, there are solar. You can have your own private light. For example, water, you can have your own pump.
How about people who cannot afford it?
Bro, it is not about people, it's about you.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about me because I'm here representing the people, the masses.
Because the reason why I'm talking like this,
I'm not doing it. If you know, I'm not doing for myself. I'm doing for the people. There are people follow. I fight for the poor masses too.
Yeah,
It's not.
There are people that will have this idea later, and they will regret it if it is not balanced.
No, I'm making. Did you hear the Morgan speak? A lot of people benefit from my video.
Yeah, that is true.
And many people have learned wisdom from my video. I make videos based on my experience, that is how my spirit leads me, and what I've seen in life. I don't come online to tell lies. I'm not telling lies. I make videos based on what I've experienced, and that's it. Your experience might be different from mine.
Yeah, that is true. But let's try as much as possible to balance it, because
I'm balancing it.
Yeah, people that are watching you. Because if we give this mentality to them that there is nothing happening in Nigeria, there is no light.
We are not talking about Nigeria. We are talking about Africa in general. Nigeria is not the only country in Africa.
From the beginning, I'm talking from my own where I experience. Because people have this experience. At the later end, you will find out that people will not like to go back home, and they will become a burden here. They will become a burden in their old age. That is what I don't want to see. That an old man, very old, cannot walk, begin to beg on the street as a black man. I don't want to see it. You understand? Because if at the end of everybody working in the restaurants, working in the factory, there is no way that your pension will not get to 1,000 euro, for example. But if you relocate back home and stay in that little house that you build, there is no way you cannot live as a king without 1,000 euro in your home country. But if you stay here in Europe as an old man with 700 euro or 1,000 euro pension, what is it going to do for you? At the end, you will find a black old man begging on the street. That is what I don't want to see. Here we came to hustle. If there is no strength for hustle again, there is no interest for hustle again, then we should go back to our own country and use the resources that we have hustled for to live a better life. A better life is better.
Did you know? Excuse me, Charles. Before we conclude this thing, see, I am a social media personality. People comment. I interact with people. Your opinion is different from other people's opinion, and the way you see life is different from how others see life. There are people watching here on this platform who have decided to spend their entire life in Europe here. Did you hear me now?
I heard you.
There are people here who have decided that they want to live and die in Europe. I have met people who said they want to be buried in Europe here. Many African people who said if they die, they want to be buried in Europe here. I'm going to make video about this one tomorrow. We are going to speak about it tomorrow. But I met people who said such.
Yeah, I have met also.
Okay?
But today they are regretting. Because they made the statement when they were young. I have that came to Nigeria at that time from Germany before he made that comment, I'm not coming to Africa again. I can't come. But now he's regretting. Now he's old. The children have left him. The wife has passed on. So he's living alone. Now he's regretting that if Wedobia I knew, I could have do something in Africa. I could have go back to Africa.
Okay, now, okay, Charles, now listen. Okay, I know you for this. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There are so many people watching me who have benefited, and people will attest to the fact that I always stand on the side of truth. Listen, I tell people.
That is true.
See, I tell people.
That is true.
I tell people always create alternatives for yourself.
Yeah, that is good.
Listen,
that is good.
Everybody watching me, I tell people every day, create alternatives for yourself. Even maybe you did not listen attentively.
Yeah.
I told people, if you watch my videos, I told people, I said, listen, even if you don't want to live in Africa, build retirement home. I said it here. I said, build house in your village. The background noise is too much. Maybe I will need to drop you. Just I need to end this thing because it's loud.
I love that last statement that you said. I love it very much. Let there be alternative.
See,
Because,
one second. When I make, I'm posted a video. The video is about 1 million views on TikTok.
Yeah.
In that video, I told people, I said, learn to create alternatives for yourself. Even many times when I run my program, I tell people, I've given the example of vehicle owners driving with spare tire. I said, I gave them reasons why you drive with spare tire. That's an alternative. So I tell people this every day. If you go rewatch my videos, I said in that video, I said, listen, make sure you have something in your father's house. If you want to retire in Africa, build a home for yourself. But if you do not want to retire in Africa, then forget it.
Yeah, that is good. Just the last note before you drop me. There's something. The reason why I'm speaking like this, yeah, like I said, I'm speaking from experience. Bro, anytime I go to Napoli, I go to Rome, I'm ashamed as a black man. I'm telling you that.
Don't be ashamed. Let me come in here now. Not everybody will make it. What not everybody? There's what we call self-made mistake. You don't need to be. There are people who caused their predicaments. Some people everywhere in the world, maybe family, everywhere. You see poor people. You see people who made mistakes in life. You don't go to Africa, you see failures too.
No, brother. This kind of people, are the kind of people that vow that they will never go back to Africa. Now, when they are old, they meet the bitterness of Europe. There is bitterness here when you get older. When you are unable to walk again, you understand? The body is weak. You can't able to hustle again. Then the bitterness of Europe will come. So if some of these people have something at home, they could have gone back to their country.
That is the alternative we are talking about, creating alternative.
That is why I just want to call so that we talk about this area. Just not that Africa, there is no light, there is no water, there is no security, there is no. So that thing makes people to be afraid of their hometown, and at the end they will meet the bitterness. God bless you. Thank you very much.
You too. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye bye.
You too. So let me bring the next person. What's the name? Jay. Let me allow you to talk. Next person. Let me unmute you. Let me drop Shaz. Shaz, I'm dropping you now.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
So the next person. Do you want to speak? Well, the guy is not speaking. 6 people made a request, man. 6 people made a request. Let me drop this guy. This guy is not. How many people? So many people. Ikem. Let me bring Ikem up. These are my old schools. Iroko, let me bring Iroko up. Bringing him in. Okay. Ashebe, double. Pour by waters, I'm bringing you in. One after the other.
Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome.
I'm not going to take too long. I just want to comment on what Charles said.
Okay.
So I don't know where Charles started listening from, but I did overhear, or I remember quite clearly when you said that you should always have a plan B, pretty much have something back home, depending on how life goes.
Okay.
So that if anything happens, if Europe or America or wherever doesn't work, you have something to fall back on. So I do remember you stating that categorically. And we have to understand there's different strokes for different folks. For some people, they don't mind living the rest of their life out there in the diaspora. It could be in Asia, it could be in America, it could be in Europe. Wherever where life takes them, and wherever they form the family. Some people may not like to go back to Africa, and it's understandable. But I still like the idea of having a plan B. It doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be anything palatial. It could just be a 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom bungalow, just in case. We never know how the wind of life will blow. So that you have something to fall back on. You never want to write home off totally.
I don't encourage it. I say it every time. Even a lot of people bought land because of me. I tell people.
Correct. And that's what I was saying. And I remember you stating that, as I said, I don't know where Charles started listening, but I remember you.
He just jumped. He did not listen to me very well. Maybe he came at the middle of the discussion. Maybe when maybe he became emotional. Maybe that's it. But I gave him that.
That's the thing. So most people want to say, and again, I'm going to say this and I will hang up. So a lot of people say, think home, think home, think home, in terms of not just as a backup, but more like invest back home, invest back home. That's fine. If you have the money to invest back home, quite well. But I will drop this. If you want to make where you reside, where your family stays, you want to make that home first. You want to invest there first. I'm sorry, our currency is nothing to write home about. I have made investment in Nigeria that if I were to sell my investment today,
that's what I'm talking about. No, this is what I'm talking about.
If I had put that money in, where I am right now in the US, of course, even if I just put it in stocks alone, I know how much those things will yield me.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. The money there, if you want to convert it to euro, the money you will not realize it's nonsense.
Use it in Europe or America, or is even Great Britain. You can't use it.
You can't use it.
You can't use it.
And nobody want to do a business that you will lose.
They keep saying investment. Some people may have made investment that yielded them, but then, like you said, I don't look at those things as investment. I just look at it that whatever money you spend in Nigeria, and let me use Nigeria for example, whatever money you drop in Nigeria, just take it as money that has gone. If it yields you, good. If it doesn't yield you, just zero your mind from it. Just take it that money has gone. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just take it that money, you don't enter voicemail technically, but just leave it at that. It's not as if you're looking at that as something that you can use to support yourself in Europe or America.
That's even okay. Nobody now. A lot of us bought plots of land even 30 years ago, 28 years ago, and those lands are there. Now, if we had, invested, used that money to buy this something in Europe here. Real estate in Europe here. Imagine the level.
Look at America. Real estate has increased dramatically. It has doubled, in fact, within since COVID, I don't want to use the word, but since COVID-19 happened, up until now, in America, the real estate market is booming. In terms of, if you had bought a house $100,000, today you will sell it for $300,000-400,000.
Exactly.
That's it.
And these are not even like in nice neighborhoods. I'm talking like places you would consider rough neighborhoods now. So you talk about going to places that are expensive. Maybe you bought a home for $250,000. You sell those homes for almost $600,000-700,000 in today's market.
Exactly.
So I look at it like whatever you do back home, I wouldn't technically call it an investment. It's just like I just take it as, okay, in case something happens and maybe something happens, maybe something breaks out in the country that I'm currently residing, I can quickly have something to
That's
do.
it.
But I would not look at it as a form of, I'm putting my hope that if, this is my all. No. Don't do that. You'll be highly disappointed.
You build a house that's commercial for rentage. Either you go there. I've seen situations where the houses are the properties are destroyed. These people have no feeling for the person that built that.
No. My brother, I'm going to make more videos. I'm going to keep sharing my experience. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, even the money, when they pack out,
like you said, we don't have facilities, we don't have amenities. If something were to happen, let me say, God forbid, there was to be a fire outbreak, we don't have the facilities to quench that fire. We don't. That means that business investment is being raised. Will just be raised down in 1 hour or two.
I've seen videos where houses are burning and nothing done. People are just crying.
You see people throwing pure water. You see what you see is people throwing pure water.
So people don't want me to say these things online. People don't want me to say the truth. You understand me? I'm cautioning people. This is what awaits you. If you invest, this might happen.
Yeah. So that's why I said, whatever you do back home, if you're in diaspora, whatever you do back home, honestly, just take it that money. I mean, that's the only way to put it. Just take it that money is gone. Technically, just don't put your hopes on it. That's the way I look at it, and that's where I'm going to drop.
Okay, I appreciate you. Let's hear from the next person. So, Iroka, I'm dropping you now. Okay. Or if you want to drop, then
I'll drop.
Okay. The next person can now speak. Paul, by what I saw, the next person on video, you can. Okay. We are listening to you. Nobody's hearing your voice. The man.
Sorry. It was muted.
Okay.
It was muted. Sorry.
Okay.
My name is Ashi. You can call me Ashi. I'm from Ethiopia, and I always following you and listening your advice. I used to live abroad. Now I'm home. Just back to home to enjoy the life.
Good.
I am over 50.
Okay.
Yes, I'm over 50. I have condos in Europe and America, and I rent it out, and then I'm enjoying life in Ethiopia right away.
Okay.
Sometimes when you have a decent life in Europe and America, I know there will be some difficulties here, like sometimes you may have a power shed or shortage of water. It's okay. We have to used to it, and then we have to develop our continent. That's why I came here. I know sometimes I could have a security situation, as our colleague said. For that purpose, I made a guarantee outside in case if something happened in Ethiopia. So now I'm very safe here. It has been now 3 months. I just came for 3 months. So I will continue living here because now I already retired early. So just to give you my experience.
Okay. So you are enjoying your life in Ethiopia. That's great. People heard you now.
Yes.
Yeah. You are welcome.
Yes. John. No. Yeah.
Okay. Let me hear from.
And also, this is my son.
Okay.
This is my son. He also enjoyed here, so no problem. If he needs, if he wants to go back, let him go. And my daughter is also here.
Hi.
So, you see now, it's really, now I understand what life means. I really understood what life means.
Okay.
I have time to speak with family, with my neighbors, my community. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So time to time, I may give you a comment in what's happening here.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you. You are an encouragement to other people. Let's hear from, you can drop now, or maybe I drop you. Let's hear from Paul by Waters. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. I'll drop.
Okay.
I'll drop.
So Paul by Waters, let's hear from you.
Uncle, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Good evening to you.
Say hello to the family. You know my take. I always say this to you.
Okay.
You should know my take. There's no point pretending.
Good. People are listening to you. Be louder, please.
There's no point pretending. A
Good.
man came up as he made a reference inside Napoli, inside Milan, two cities in about 40-something European country. Said black people are frustrated, are struggling because they didn't invest. That's not true.
Good.
People carry karma. People get into drugs. They have plans to do. You don't expect to give bad and get good. You don't know their issue. You could lose your missus, you can lose your son, and it will turn you mad. There's depression more in Africa than anywhere in this world. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah. I told him.
Thank you.
I
I've
told
got
him.
passport. I've moved around. I spent all my life in England. I move around. I go Africa. Uncle, if you invest there, I don't care what anybody tell you, it's waste of money.
Papa Waters, listen, please, thank you. But I made videos, some people, some people were criticizing, say, why are you saying this? I made videos based on my own personal experience. Keep talking, please.
You see, there's levels to this field. When you talk, people come online. Someone insult you. You didn't know why they insult you. Let me tell you. Because they're upset with their life. They're upset. So when you're saying it hits, it hurts. They say the truth hurts. It does hurt when you're telling a man, oh, this is what we should do. You're living in a country where there's no light, there's no water. A man is telling you, you're insulting him. If I have house in Africa, in Banana Island or whatever, and somebody else have, we're in the same level. If I have in Europe and you have in Banana Island, we're not at the same level. You get it?
Yes, it's not.
There's levels to this thing. Stop pretending. You're telling people, go Africa, go Africa, go Africa. A couple of weeks ago, your cousin or your nieces or your nephew got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why are you coming online to pretend? Because you also to build house in Nigeria, and when you change 100 pounds, you're a big man. You want to impress. That's the only reason they go there. I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
There's levels. If you go to Austria, you want to go to First District and spend money. 200, 500 is not enough for you.
No.
So obviously you're going to run back home and change it and have millions everywhere and be a big man. They will start clapping after you. I don't live like that. That's fake life. I'm sorry. I don't live that kind of life.
Okay, now, Paul, now listen. When I began this program, I said, how can somebody live in a country or in a continent where your life is not safe, where anything can happen to you anytime? People don't want to see reasons with me. They don't want to look.
No, nothing. No security.
No security.
When you said there's fire in the house, they're screaming Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Jesus is coming and turn the fire off. There's no firefighter. Nothing.
Nothing.
You call the ambulance, there's no ambulance. And they'll be encouraging us invest. Let me tell you, anybody that tell you to invest there, they want to kill you and take your stuff. I'm telling you, those are the people that want to kill you. Trust me.
That's what I said here. They said I'm scaring people. You don't want
You're not
you.
scaring nobody. Each to their own. You're not scaring nobody. You have to keep preaching. You're not scaring nobody. You're not forcing us to do anything. You're just saying from experience, and it's true. I buy the idea. You build house, they pay me 150,000 naira in a room. What an insult! What an insult!
And you can this money they pay you for rent, you can use it to do nothing.
Nothing. You can't convert it to anything. It's worth nothing. You're wasting your time, uncle. That's all I have to say anyway. He can build his house and live there and retire. Mr. Man said he's retired in Ethiopia. Fair play to you. That's good. You got your family there. But what I said to you, uncle, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. This is home.
Yes.
This has always be home. Always be home.
Before you came in, I told people, I said, there are people who have decided to spend their entire life, the rest of their life, in Europe.
Uncle, I've said it to you.
See,
Number one, this is home.
there's a brother here, he said he wants to spend his entire life in UK. Maybe I will bring him. Many people.
This is home. Where am I going? Go where? And do what? And say what? The mosquito beat me. I'm looking for medication. They're selling people fake alcohol. They're all building hotel and they're selling fake alcohol. You're wicked. You build hotel and you sell your customer fake alcohol. You're wicked. Anyway, uncle, I'll let you go, man. I had a good one.
Okay, I appreciate you. Let me bring in more people. Let's see. So, trust nobody. I'm bringing you in. Another person, I'm bringing you in. One after the other, please. So, now you can speak, please.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Everybody is listening to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I listened to the guy who spoke last. I listened to the
Please,
guy
one after the other. Please, if you're not speaking, you mute. Now, who is speaking now? Hello? Now let me unmute him. Okay. Now you can speak.
Can you hear me?
Now I'm hearing you.
Okay. As good evening. I live in UK. I just want to speak to the guy who spoke last. I've been in the UK for almost 24 years, and I thank God for what God have done for me. But everybody has his own opinion.
Okay.
For me, I cannot force anybody to do what they cannot do. But for me, I prefer home, that Nigeria that you see. I prefer Nigeria at my old age than to be staying here. It's good. That's why I don't discourage anybody want to go to the abroad. Go and hustle and go back home at your old age. My old age, even the white English people, they don't stay in the UK for old age. They went to peaceful Africa, South Africa, Kenya, to go and enjoy their life. I'm not discarding what that guy said is bad. That's why I say everybody's opinion is different. But for me, I prefer that Nigeria. Many people in Nigeria that they kidnap, I'm not saying maybe some people come from abroad, instead to stay on their own level or to stay quietly, they want to show off like they come from abroad. Starting talking like this, starting spending money like this. That's why some of them have been kidnapped. I'm not saying everybody like that. Some people, the family kidnap. But you have to, if you go to Nigeria, you have to behave like Nigeria. If you are UK, behave like UK. You know, generally, old age is not good in abroad. Old age is not good in abroad. For me, I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not saying if anybody stay here till the end of his life, it's not good. Everybody has his own opinion. But for me, Nigeria, call it 3 times, is the best for me, for my old age.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me Tunde, let me unmute him now. Now I can disconnect you. Let me disconnect you. Trust nobody disconnected. Now the Tunde, Tunde is like I need to. You can't invite Tunde. Wait. Tunde, you can unmute yourself. Microphone is not. Well, it's not. Well, guys, since nobody is coming up again, Mojoka, I see you. The Tunde, the this I tried. Somebody make okay. Let me bring in the people that made requests. EKJR, I'm bringing you up. EKJR, you can speak now, please. Can and sugar.
Good evening, Uncle. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just in and out because of the level of work and all that.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Wants to speak. Eh?
Yeah, I'm speaking. I'll speak real quick, few minutes. Yeah,
All right.
but you know, I'm not from Ghana. I'm not from Nigeria. I'm from Ghana. You know, but all I want to say is, we keep talking about Africa is not safe. Africa is not safe. England, there's a lot of crime in England, and I lived in England for so many years, and now I live in America. It's more dangerous living in America than in Ghana. I know that for a fact. I don't know about Nigeria, but I know for a fact it's more dangerous in America than living in Ghana. So when you talk about security, I don't know what you're talking about then. You know what I mean? It's not safe. I know there's a lot of crime in England too. There's crime everywhere. So you can't make it like Africa. Africa is the only place that there's crime. There's a lot of crime everywhere. So that part I don't agree with. You know what I mean? About it's not safe, the security and everything. It's not safe anywhere. You know, America, you can walk anywhere. You can go to a mall in America, and so if you can go to school in America, and somebody will bring a pew and unalive anybody there in the school. You know, I never heard that somebody come to a school and unalive kids in a school in Africa. I never heard that before. But this happens all the time in America. It's been going on for years, and it still can't solve the problem. So, there's problems everywhere. Africa has its problems. All these European countries, you You have your problems. Africa has problems too. So, that's what I have to say.
Thank you, I appreciate you. I'm going to address this. I'm going to make more videos. Let's hear from Ikejar, please.
Okay. Uncle, I'll make it very brief and fast.
Ikejar, thank you for being gentle, for allowing him to speak. I appreciate you. Keep talking.
Right, Uncle, that's fine. That's fine, Uncle. Uncle, there was the coyote, please. Can you mute, please? Can you mute?
Kostic, please mute your this thing. Or do I drop you? Let me drop him. Okay, now keep speaking.
Okay, Uncle. I remember vividly. I remember very well long time ago when you said something, and I'll go back to it. When you said, "I have a plan B, I have a spare tire." You never for one day. I still remember. You never for one day say invest. You say, "I have a plan B. Invest your money in Europe. Have the money and then invest back home." So anybody that come up here to say that you are saying, "Oh, you are saying the other thing," you are saying this and saying that. That person, I don't even know if he has been listening to you right from the get-go.
Thank you, Ikejar.
They always said, invest your thing in Europe, then have a plan B back home in case anything happens. Have something back home in case you want to go and chill. And also, if you want to come in Europe and then also your money, but also have something. They always say because of the unit of currency back home and compared to the one in Europe. So you're always saying that. So I don't even understand why people are saying this and that and that. You always say you can retire in Europe, fine. You can retire in Africa, fine. But always have something back home. Even because of you, many people were buying their land. I shared your platform to somebody. The guy now has like two lands. And he said he's not having this land because he wants to do investment. He's having it because he wants to build something for himself. When he feels that he wants to go back home. And he wants to also come to Europe. He's an older man, he's like in his 50s. He said he wants to come to Europe just to maybe medical treatment and then maybe look around and see his house and then take the money from his house, from his retirement and stay back home. But also he wants to also be benefiting from both sides. So, Uncle, I don't understand why people are coming here to always say that you didn't say this, you said this, you said that. Because remember, you always say to us, have a spare tire. A car driving must have a spare tire. Spare tire. You always say, play safe. Don't just depend on one thing. Have something going on so that you know that you have somewhere to sleep at the end of the day. If this place doesn't favor you well. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Ikejar. Thank you. No, maybe some people just come thank you. I appreciate you. Let me hear from the next person, please.
Okay, thank you, Uncle. I will drop down.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, Ikejar. The other person, Aisha, whatever, now you can speak.
Okay, thank you very much. It's good that we have a good conversation. We are the one going to make our continent bright. We are the one, so we have to do something. I know there is a lots of problem in Africa. I have been in Europe and America for long, and I came to Ethiopia for retirement. Though I am still young, I'm 53. Still I can work. But I want to take this opportunity to give some experience for the community. If we are not put some stone on it now, who is going to put something to develop on it now? Who is going to put something to develop on it now?
Tunde, please mute. Tunde, please mute your. Tunde, please, can you mute your telephone?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, to do our continent brighter, we know the foreign development. So we have to bring it here. We know there is a problem, so we have to face it. We have to put one stone at a time. Generation will continue. So the Africa should be brighter than anyone. This is my motto for myself and for my family, including my community. So we have to do it. You know, the other guy, the other guy was saying that kidnapping and something. Yes, there is. So we have to bring education for this. You see, we have to bring what is the shortage of things happen in Africa. So you and myself have a responsibility to do it. Thank you very much. Maybe I will continue.
Okay.
In the other session. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate you. Let me see if I can. The Tunde want to speak. I don't know if he has problem with his. Let me see if I can unmute him. Well, I don't know why the Tunde is not connecting.
Yeah, Rudy, can you hear me? Why the Tunde is Rudy, can you hear me? He's not connecting. Rudy, can you hear me?
I'm listening to you.
Rudy, can you hear me? He's not connecting. Rudy, can you hear me? I'm listening to you. Rudy, can you hear me? He's not connecting. Rudy, can you hear me? I'm listening to you. Rudy, can you...
Well, I don't understand this. Your telephone. You need to let me drop him. He can come back again. Let me drop him. He can make another request. So, guys, I want to end this broadcast now. I want to end. Somebody said that Tinubu cousin. Well, guys, I want to end this broadcast now. I wanted to end it before people began to. Who is the person that made the request? Let me see. Lizanne IB. Okay, let me bring I'll give you time to speak briefly.
Uncle Rudy, only 1 second. Uncle Rudy.
Okay.
1 second. Uncle Rudy. You know. Okay.
Okay, now the lady, Lizanne, you can speak now, please, quick. Lizanne, you can speak, please. The beautiful lady, the beautiful African lady.
Uncle Rudy, I've been listening to all the discussion here, and it's quite interesting anyway. What I would like to contribute is this. It is wise that we invest while we are in Europe or any other countries in the world, but it is vital for us to have a retirement home back home. And this is just like a plan A and B situation. In case there is an unforeseen circumstance that can lead you to run away or something. Look at what happened at Ukraine now. Nobody expected the war would break up just like that overnight. The indigents did not even know that it would happen that way. They didn't believe it would come to that. So everybody was just managing the situation till it became out of hand. So when it became out of hand, everybody had to run away. And if this kind of situation is facing any of us in any location, we need to go back to our origin. Where, if at all we had nothing on the ground, for example, where will we go to? How do you start? Where do you start from? Which step will you even make if you do not have a place to at least lay your head first and think? So your house in Lagos to me is not a waste. Yeah, it could be that you have not been using that place for a very long time because you're based in Europe and your kids are grown here and everybody is just all around the whole world. It is still of advantage. Investing for money or for income in Africa while you are in Europe, to me, I don't think is ideal for now. But you can do all your investment overseas where you are best, where you understand the system very well. But then you have to have a backup, a very serious backup plan that in case anything happens, you can run back home.
That's true.
Have a place to lay your head and start from there because number one place is shelter. When you have a place to lay your head and you can cook and eat and cover yourself under the shelter, you can think straight. So it is very ideal, it's very, very pertinent that every normal human being who is an immigrant, we call it that way, that is abroad should be able to have something back home. A place at least to, small place, simple place, mustn't be a mansion. You don't have to waste all your money building mansions and leaving it for bats and whatever animal to live in. Build a functional home. Let it be that when you go home, you can have a place to start from. This is all I can just maybe like contribute here.
I appreciate you. Let me see the Tunda. I'm bringing you in once again. I'll give you the last chance. Let me see. Where is the Tunde?
Uncle Rudy, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just to mention things that we always should think about our continent, that we have to put one stone at a time, and then generation give it, and then the bridge will start building. So please note in mind, all of us should be in mind that we have to contribute for our nation, for our continent, to grow a little bit bigger once at least once in my life. Thank you.
Okay, let me hear from the person I brought in now, please.
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Okay, yeah. I just want to contribute a little to this. It's a very interesting program. So I just want people to know that we, Africa, who is going to build our home? Because I live in Finland. I've lived in Italy for like 10 years, live in Belgium, live in Switzerland. Before coming to live in Finland, I've lived in Sweden also. So all those places that I just called now, it was people that built this place that we are living. So for me, as an African, I would like to work here with my young age and go back home. The little things that I gain here to go and use it to teach my people back home, and also contribute in building of Africa. Because we are not going to live here forever. So they don't accept us, and they are not going to accept us. They don't accept our kids, and they are not going to accept our kids, whether we like it or not, is the reality. Look at what happened in the UK a few months ago, when they were attacking the foreigner, attacking blacks. So they are not asking that, do you have nationality? Do you have 1 year document? No. As you are a black man, they are going to attack you. So a time will come that those things are going to happen in different parts of the Europe. It's going to happen. It's just a couple of years from now. So because if you see, they are already getting tired of everything. Look at the economy. Everything is going upside down in all over the Europe. So that's the only thing I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank
So,
you. Okay.
now, the gentleman spoke about building Africa, and my brother from Ethiopia spoke about building Africa. Now, Europeans were willing to build Europe. Are Africans willing to build Africa? You know, they say where there is a will, there is a way. Europeans want to build Europe. Africans are not yet ready, especially the leaders. How can you be a leader yet have no faith in your country? Because all these changes, all this good life you are experiencing here in Europe is from the government. I always say here, your government is your physical God. If you're hungry, you go to your government. They provide the infrastructures. They build the hospitals. They build all the social amenities and the rest. Now, the African leaders, they even in Africa, I don't want even, in Africa, you see tribal wars, tribal competition. It's not about developing Africa or building Africa. You see some tribe will come. It's not about moving the country forward. It is about dominance. It's about religion. How do you move forward when you do not have the same ideology, the same oneness of purpose with the people you are sharing the same country with? How do you move forward? When the people, you see, the leaders have no faith. When they are sick, they go to abroad. Their children are all attending schools in abroad. How do we build? How do you, the poor man, the common man, have no power unless everyone comes together to chase these people away? Do you understand me? So that's the problem we have in Africa. When we talk about building Africa, that's the problem we have there. Guys have not eaten.
Okay. Please, Uncle Roger, let me comment a little bit, please.
Okay.
I believe that charity begins at home.
Okay.
Before government became government, there were persons, there were individuals, there were children from home, then they grew to adolescence, and they finally grew to adults before they became leaders.
Okay.
So before they started contributing to the problem of the society instead of solving it, they were trained by people, they were groomed by families. Now, if a child is not well groomed, I should say so, no, you don't raise your child very well to recognize what is obtainable, what should be done in situation like what we have in Africa, the hardship, the bad situations of roads and everything. If you are not giving the children the mentality that they should fix their own country, then they will still grow up to be the bad leaders of tomorrow. So these people who are leading today, they had no good upbringing in terms of knowing the needs of their people and fighting for the needs of everybody, not for themselves alone. The greed, what is happening in Africa today is pure example of greed. People are very extremely greedy.
Mm-hmm. That's
They
it.
want everything for themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. So the problem of Africa, they will call it government, is individual problem. That greediness of each individual storm up to the bulk, I should call it bunch of greed people. Greedy people, very big bunch of greedy people make up the government. And now everybody wants to steal and steal and steal. And then, funny enough, do you know where they're taking this money to?
No.
To overseas.
Can you hold this for me?
Foolishness of
So,
the highest order.
hold it like
They
that.
steal and they still take it to develop other countries. When you assuming they're even stealing and investing, maybe like building companies and employing people, increasing the number of people that are employed, opening up factories and everything, the economy would have been better. But they're stealing it, piling up, some are even digging ground to put money. Have you imagined how
Yes.
foolish
Yeah.
the greed can lead a human being to behave? Very stupid way of living. So this whole thing, an average European is contented with what he has. I live in Poland. You can never see a Polish person stealing a phone from another Pole.
No.
You can never see maybe on the street. So if in life you forget your handbag in the vehicle, you can go and find it and you will see everything intact here in Poland. So you see, they are not greedy. Nobody is interested in what you have. They are very contented in what they have. They mind their business. Everybody is serious about what they are facing in life to resolve. Everybody has a problem they are facing to resolve for themselves. And they help each other. You know, but our people are very extremely greedy. That whatever they see, they grab everything for themselves and they don't want to share with others, which is very bad. So this is why they will give somebody money to go and maintain a road. He will do anyhow road. They say go and do drainage. The drainage will be in a kind that just one day rain will wash away all the sand and everything. That is pure wickedness.
Very
They
wicked
already
people.
received the money, but they have not done the jobs. You see it? So it is individual greediness that sum up to the total government. So government is people. People are government. And individual from home who were not well trained, who had no fear of God, who had not been disciplined. They had nothing to value about other human beings. This is why they are extremely greedy. they are the one spoiling Africa. That is the truth. So I just want to come in and tell everybody, people should contribute. It's a very interesting topic. And whatever it is, all we should know is that nobody is going to come and build Africa for us, to be very candid. No matter what happened, you are an immigrant. If you like, you live in overseas till the last day of your life, you will still be called an immigrant. It does not matter what passport you have. I have everything. I have everything that can make me live here for eternity. But does that make me different? Yes, I'm still different. No matter how you try hard to be exactly, you can never be. Yes, it is not easy. I born my child here. It is not easy. A child will be the only dark-skinned child in a whole class, inside the whole school. It is not easy for this child. So I'm just giving you example that there are many things that will make someone to rethink that it is wise that towards that time.
But my sister, have you thought about what? My sister, have you thought about the crime rate in our native land? The young people don't want to work. Let me come. You see, if you go to certain regions,
very true. The crime rate is extremely high. The same thing is still great.
okay, let me come now. You see,
Yes.
the youths, they don't want to work. Many youths, I watch what's going on online. They go to native doctors to prepare sham for them to get rich overnight. These guys, they are ready to do anything just to get rich. And if you see the young boys that are doing these things in their 20s, 23, 24, they unalive people, collect money, they do money ritual, they do everything. They kidnap people and unalive this man. It is sad. You understand me? It is so sad. How about, okay, now before I brought you guys in to speak. If you go to my videos, I dropped a lot of videos yesterday and today. Some people, this is African mentality. You don't see Europeans laugh or mock somebody because the person is poor. Some people went under my comment section to bully me, say, you are a failure, you are a poor man, you are this. These are African people. Did you see the mentality? If you are poor in Africa, you are oppressed, you will be oppressed. They don't respect you because you have no money. How do we change this mindset, this mentality? They see poverty as a crime. That is, if you are poor, your telephone is ringing. If you are poor, people look for your trouble because you are poor. Do you understand me? I make videos. People come online, some say, why should you give people advice when you are a poor man? Let me bring some people in. You understand me? This is the black man mentality. Do you understand me? And this is why the government continue to oppress them. You go under the comments, some people say, you are a poor man, you are a failure, you don't deserve to. Let me see. Hello?
Can I comment?
Okay, you can speak.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. This is the time that we have to lift up Africa.
Okay.
The different kind of method that we are the one. Yes, can you hear me now?
Okay, please, let's allow Tunde, my Ethiopian brother, let's allow Tunde to speak now. He has been wanting to speak. Let's hear from him. Then you will continue. Let's hear from Tunde. Okay, now.
Okay, Rudy, can you hear me?
Yes, everybody's listening to you.
Okay, first of all, I want to say you're doing a very fantastic job, keeping it real with Rudy. I follow you, and I think I like all the content that you've been creating. You're keeping it real. Now, this is a very, very interesting topic for me. I stayed in Europe for a while and had my family. My family is still in Europe. I've been in Nigeria for about 15, 16 years.
Okay.
Now, coming back to Nigeria,
was a decision that I wanted to make, because I feel that my life is better in Nigeria than in Europe. I was a newscaster and I was doing very well before I traveled out of the country. And when I came back, starting life all over in Nigeria was absolutely crazy.
Okay.
But it took me a while. Presently, I have about 13 people working for me. I have a very good company. I travel to anywhere I want to go to. I have things that I normally would not have in Europe.
Okay.
I have drivers, I have security, I have maid, house help, and all that. And I think life is quite comfortable for me here now than if I was in Europe. No matter what kind of money you have, you probably would not be able to get a driver or a chauffeur. You probably would not be able to get a maid or maids or domestic help. So for me, I think life is better for me now in Africa. Now, you were talking about old age.
Mm-hmm.
In Nigeria, Rudy, the police tell you three things. First, be careful of your security. Second, your domestic help. And thirdly, most importantly, your driver.
Okay.
These three people are people that can unlive you, no matter how good you are. And if you watch online, the videos and stuff, these are the three people that actually plan kidnapping and kill people and all that. So it now depends on what you think is best for you. If you think staying in Europe and then you'll be able to enjoy the comfort in your old age, then you should. But if you think that coming to Nigeria can make you comfortable, can give you that easiness of life, and you can have the best of both worlds, then if you are sick or you have health issues, then you can go to Europe, access their health care, and then come back to Nigeria. Old age is not about setting up businesses. Old age is about enjoying the terminal stage of your life. It's not about you walked and walked and walked and walked. So old age is about relaxing, enjoying, reminiscing about the things you've done in your life, playing with your grandchildren if you have, reconnecting with your base. That is basically what old age is about. It's not about money. Yes, I want to build this house. I don't have this house. No. How many food will you eat when you're old? How many food? How many luxury cars can you drive? You probably may not even be able to stay somewhere where it's so cold. Because it's not good for you. So old age, when you get to like 60, 65, is about enjoying that state, that end state of your life, and seeing what you can do within the community. If there are people that want to buy jam form, people that want to, do little things in the community, and you think you can help, that is that stage of your life that I think you can do that. Do you understand what I'm saying, Rudy?
I'm listening to you, and people are listening to you.
Yeah, so I think that is what old age. But now you're in your 50s, you're in your early 60s. Yes, you can consolidate for your old age. But when old age really sets in, you are vulnerable. When you are weak, money is not basically the issue. It's about comfort. It's about how you find happiness at that stage of life. So that's my take,
Okay.
But for me, at this point in time, there's let me quickly set an example for you. I go to different 5-star hotels, different luxury places in Nigeria. I mean, hotels that is at par with any hotel abroad. And guess what? All the rooms are full. The restaurants are full. You don't get a seat. There are people that have mad money in this country, and they enjoy their life. So it's not just about living in Europe and then enjoying power supply and then feel like this, you have water and everything. There are people in Nigeria and in Africa.
And it's about living in darkness with no good water. Today, stop being like this. Stop being like this, big man.
No.
Stop being like this. I got one question for you. Question for you.
Yes.
What part of Europe you live before you went back to Africa for good? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Lagos.
No, before you went back for good, what part of Europe you left?
I was in London.
You was in London, okay. And then what part of London? South London, West London?
I live in London, South London, yes.
South London, okay. I will tell you said something, I want to answer this question. I said earlier when I came up, maybe you wasn't here. Uncle, please, quote me. I said there is levels to this thing. You said you cannot get house help in London, people that work for you, or you mentioned a few things. That's not true. It's because maybe we're not capable to employ. Our money is not enough to get us. Uncle, you're there in Austria. If you want to get a house help, you can afford it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
No, I'm not saying you're getting me wrong. I'm
You
not
said
saying
you cannot live, or the life you're living in Nigeria now.
The life I'm living, I can speak for myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree. I know.
I can speak for myself.
You said the life you're living in Nigeria now, you won't be able to live in Europe. That's what you said. And this is what I'm trying to say to people. We always run that.
I can travel to America 5 times if I want to.
Yeah, I know.
I can go to any country. I understand what you're saying. Let me make my point. I can only speak about my experience.
I know. Let me make my point.
About my experience. I can't speak, for you. I can only speak for my experience.
Yeah, I know, and I agree.
The point I'm trying to make is I have more.
So, yeah, I listen to you.
This is what I'm trying to say. Everybody.
Please, one after the other, so that people are listening, people are watching on many platforms, so that they can learn from this discussion. Please, one after the other.
All right. So, really, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say basically, I can only speak my own truth, just like you can speak your own truth. I cannot compare my experience with your experience. I can't do that. I can only tell you about my own experience. I've lived in London. My children, my wife, all of them have passports. They live. My daughter is still coming tomorrow, next month. I buy tickets like 5 tickets, 6 tickets. That is my own experience. I'm not talking about your experience. I'm just saying that right now in Nigeria and Lagos, right now, people are making mad money. If you come to Nigeria and you're within that community where people don't have money, that means they don't have money. It doesn't mean that there's no money in this country. There's mad money in this country. People make money through technology. People make money through legitimate businesses. I take in public officers to Europe, from London to Brussels, to Paris, to Dublin. Presently we're taking about 75 public officers to Dublin. And you can evaluate what the financial implication of that is. People are making money. No matter how much the money is in euro or in dollars or in pounds, there's an equivalent in naira. So let's not just run away, and think that things are so bad in this country that everything is poverty, there's no light. Come on, my brother, man. We have Dangote lives in Nigeria. Michael Denuka lives in Nigeria. Some of the richest people in the world live in Nigeria. They didn't pack their bag and then go and stay in Europe and say Africa is bad. I cannot spend my whole day in Africa. No, they can afford to live anywhere.
Tunde, let me come in now, please. You are talking about rich people. How about the poor people who can't afford these things? In Europe here, everybody can afford this luxury. Everybody can afford it.
Yeah, really, even you yourself, because I follow you a lot.
We've got this mindset
of showing off. A lot also about Europe. You complain about boredom. You complain about financial situation. You complain a lot about Europe as well. So Europe is not El Dorado. There are poor people in Europe. What I'm just trying to say is that in your old age, I'm just saying, Rudy, in your old age, right? How you want to spend your old age? Because right now we are relatively young, we're in our 50s or in our 40s, so we can always talk about infrastructure, talk about business, talk about that. But I think this conversation has to do with old age. How do you want to spend your old age? If you feel spending your old age is better for you in Europe because of they have more infrastructure, all well and good. But I'm just saying that for me, if God gives me long life, I would prefer to spend my old age in Africa because I think I am more comfortable in Africa, in Nigeria and in Lagos. And the things I see in Lagos, in Nigeria, how people make money, how people live their life in Nigeria, right? If Rudy comes back to Nigeria today, if Rudy decides to locate in Nigeria, you won't come as a poor man now. You won't come as a poor man. So because you speak for the masses, if you've lived in Europe for a while and you decide to come to Nigeria, you decide to come, you don't categorize yourself as masses. Because even if you're coming with little money, you can do great things here in Africa and Nigeria with that little money. So you're not even in the masses. We're talking about people that cannot afford 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 naira, and nobody on this that we're talking now is in that category. There's nobody. God has elevated you to where you are today. So if you feel that, well, if I want to stay in Europe, it is better for me in my old age. Oh, well and good. But for me, and I can see a whole lot of people, I feel that in that old age where it is your terminal.
No, I'm not saying, Tunde, I'm not saying I want to spend my entire life in Europe. I'm talking about exchange rates. If you watch my videos, I dropped a lot of videos. I am talking about exchange rates. I'm talking about many things. I'm not talking, I didn't say I want to spend my entire life in Europe. People misconstrue things. Do you understand what I mean? If I make videos, I speak about many things. But there are people who have chosen to spend their entire life in Europe. There are people who said when they die, they want to be buried in Europe. I know a lot of people like that.
That's very true. Rudy, I'm your number one follower. So I can tell you your videos back to back, back to back, back to back. I'm not a social media person, but I follow you. I'm basically, and I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm just saying that for people that feel it is comfortable for them to spend their terminal years in Africa, I think they have valid reasons, and I don't think we should go away with that perspective that Africa is all and dark and gloomy and all that. I'm telling you, if I go to Nigeria, I just had lunch somewhere, right, in a fancy restaurant, and I'm in the car, I'm driving. There are thousands of people that are like that in Africa, and you can live a happy life. Forget the issue about NEPA and water.
But those are necessity, though. Those are necessity.
Yeah, necessity.
You can't forget it. This is the point.
It's getting better, my brother. It's getting better. It's getting
Yes.
better. It is
See,
getting
and
better.
I'm doing good.
Really, it's getting better. If you come into,
I just want to say one thing. If there's no opportunities in Africa, why are the Chinese coming there? Why are the Lebanese coming there? If there's no, if there's no opportunity there, why are they all coming there? We can't see it, but there's opportunities in Africa. There's a lot of opportunities there. One thing about us as black people, we don't appreciate what we have. You know what I mean? We think everything other people have is better. We always think the grass is greener on the other side. We need to change our mentality. We need to be more patriotic. We need to cherish our country. We need to love our country. We need to start doing that. We need to teach our kids to love Africa, to love where they come from, to make it better. We can't just all of a sudden think, we always, America is good, Germany is good, Europe is better. No. We got to love our own. We're good too. There's nothing wrong with a black man. We need to start having that pride. There's a guy in Ghana, his name is Kantanka. He manufactures cars. But most Ghanaians, they'll never buy his car. They'll go buy a car from Germany, they'll go buy a car from here. When you come to America, most Americans, they wouldn't even touch a Japanese car. Why? Because they're American. They have that pride in it. And American cars, they're not that special. But they'll rather buy a Chevy, they'll buy any car. As long as it's American, they'll buy it. Because they know it's an American car and they're going to benefit because it's from their country. Africans don't think like that. They get money, they go buy German cars, Japanese. We need to change the way we think. We really need to do that. Appreciate what we have. Be more patriotic. Love our countries more. We got to do that. So, thank you.
So, Papa, what else you can say your mind? Tunde, are you done speaking? Let me bring some people in.
Rudy, can you remember one video you did and you were talking about how you were missing home and then...
Yes, I'm a human being. I miss home too. It's not a problem. I miss home and I'm going to...
I'm just trying to let you know that I follow you and I understand your comments sometimes. And I'm just trying to let you understand that in Africa and in Nigeria, depending on your situation, some of us that live abroad, we believe that nothing works in Africa and nothing works in Nigeria. We just categorize and say, no, this country, no, there's nothing good that can come out of it. But I tell you the truth, a lot of young people are making a lot of money. Monies are being legitimately made in this country. I don't think we should write off these countries. There are lots of opportunities that are present here in Nigeria and in Africa. And if we continue to stay away and say, no, this Europe works for me. I mean, this is where I want to die. This is where I want to be buried and everything. If that works for you, fine. But I tell you that the possibility of you being the richest person in Europe is slim. But the possibility of you being a billionaire in Africa, in Nigeria, in Lagos is higher. It is higher because there are certain things you can do in this country, certain opportunities that can present itself in Lagos that only you can see.
You speak only about Lagos. Is Lagos the only state in Nigeria, in Africa? You only speak about Lagos. Well, how about the millions of people that are living outside Lagos State?
Or South Africa or other countries.
Your wife and kids are where? Where's your children? How come you? So we'll bring them to come and live with you in Nigeria, no?
So that is what I'm telling you.
Bring them, you got everything. You got house help, you got everything. Bring them. Why are we like this? You got them. Look, if someone is pregnant, my friend just called me this morning. He lives in Dublin, right? And he said, yo, I want to bring my mom. I said, how old is your mom? He said, my mom is 60. I said, bro, why? Why you bring her to, oh, bro, she'll get better medication here. I want to bring my mom back to Europe. That's what he said to me. I just keep my mouth shut because I know what he's talking about. He goes to see his mom once every year. He said, no, I need to bring my mom next to me. She's too old. She's 60. What am I saying? You said everything here is a bit difficult. You're not getting a better life. In Nigeria, if you get stuck, you can bribe your way. You can't do that in London. And I see your point. You cannot do that. You can beat the traffic light. When the man see you, just say, yo, boss, take this money. He will let you go. But you cannot do that in London. You don't work like that. Do you understand? These are the things people enjoy. That's what they go Africa. For me, in my opinion, it's just the facade. That's what they enjoy. If you want to follow the rules, I enjoy Europe. I'm speaking for myself just like you're speaking for yourself. It's that simple.
Paul, let me conclude by saying this. Let me just conclude. Like I said, I can only speak for my experience. I can't speak for your experience. I cannot speak for the person in Abuja or for the person living in South Africa. It is left for them to speak about their experience.
Yeah, but the platform is general. We're not picking states. We're talking in general on this platform.
I can only speak. The platform gives you an avenue to talk about your personal experience. I cannot talk about your experience in Kenya. I can only talk about my experience in Nigeria vis-a-vis Lagos. That is the only thing I can do. I cannot talk about that person living in Kenya because I don't know the situation or the circumstances in which he is living. I can tell you about my circumstance in Lagos and the things I see in Lagos. I'm a vastly traveled person. Very, very vastly traveled person. I've traveled to so many countries in Europe. I've lived in Europe. And I can tell you from my perspective that this position where I am right now, the life that I'm living right now, presently, if you talk about traffic light, all those are very pedestrian. I don't think that should even come up in this conversation.
Well, it should for me because lives matter for me.
We're talking about because people beat traffic light in Europe. People, that's why they give them tickets. So it's very pedestrian. Those are things that are so common. You can't say okay, there's train. There's train in Nigeria. I went to Ibadan 2 days ago, and I took a train in Ibadan just 2 days ago. I was amazed. The train station in Lagos is as good as any train station I've been to in Europe. The train station in Lagos here, things are moving. I can only share. I mean, if you come to Lagos, Rudy, go and take the Mobility Bankantoni train station in Yaba. I'll take you to Ibadan, and then compare it to any train station in any European country that you have been to. Things are moving. We cannot just sit down somewhere and say. I just say, okay, things are not moving here, things are not moving here, things are moving. They're doing a bullet train from Abuja to Lagos that will take only 3 hours. It's not going to be like this forever. But how do you want to spend your old age? If you talk about hospitals, hospitals you go to in America, they're able to just do an MIR. They'll tell you to come back in 3 months. In Lagos, if you have the money, you want to do MIR, they'll tell you to come next week. If you have the money, they tell you to come. Everybody knows that relatively.
And if you have the money in America, you can get it done same day, big man. It's private clinic.
Yes, that's
So
what I'm
what
saying.
are we saying?
But
You know how many Africans have gone to overseas for medical treatment and still died there? What are you talking about? These things can happen to anybody, anywhere. Many people have traveled out of Africa seeking good medical treatment overseas, and still is the same Nigerian that you run away from, Cameroonians that you run away from, Ethiopians that you run away from. They are going to even be the one directed to come and treat you on your sick bed in overseas.
And why are they running away from Africa? Why are they running away from
The nurses will be your skin color, even if you're not
But why are
careful.
they running from the hospital, though, miss?
So
Why are they
this is
running
it.
away?
You're not going to tell me that because African have the worst hospital is a lie. We have already gotten more than enough well-trained specialists living all over the world. And if Africa is pushing to make the continent good, many people will want to go home. I bet
Thank you very much, madam. 100%. 100%. 100%. So whatever works for you, follow. If you want to live and die in Europe and it works for you, fine. If your children are going to care for you in your old age, if your grandchildren are going to be there for you, if you're going to be able to access those social amenities, those health programs when you're old, I mean, that's fine. And if some other person feels like, let me come to Africa, let me get a country home, I want to farm, I want to do some poultry, I want to do... It depends on you. But for somebody like me, and let me conclude, Rudy. Rudy, are you there?
I'm listening to you. I'm here. I'm not doing it.
85% of my friends, because we lived in London before we moved to Dublin, and we've been in Dublin for 22 years. We lived in London for 6 years. That's my family, because I've been in Nigeria now for almost 20 years, 18 years. Now, a lot of my friends that live in Europe still stay within London, Dublin, and everything. Rudy, I've traveled to so many countries. If I want to go to South Africa tomorrow, I can go to South Africa. If I want to go anywhere, I can go. I carry public officers. We do seminars on leadership and actualizing excellence in public administration. As I told you earlier, we have about 70 people already that we are processing. Senior public officers. I can tell you these are the public administration and leadership in Europe and in Nigeria. There are ways in which you can make money and live a good, relatively good life in Nigeria, despite the frustrations, despite the majority of, despite the fact that majority of the population are poor. But you are not poor. There are opportunities that can present yourself that you can lead the terminal part of your life. When I say terminal part, I'm talking about from 70, and you'll be happy. And you all have passports. You can decide to travel abroad to go and do your medicals. You have passports. You have accessibility, so you can get the best of both worlds. You may not necessarily come and stay and say, I'm here all through, but you can say, okay, I'm going to London, let me go and do my checkup, spend a couple of months, come back to Nigeria. Then you enjoy the best of both worlds in your old age. Nigeria and Africa, we're growing, we're waking up. Just Google Mobolaji Bank. Look at the trains that they're doing in Africa, in Nigeria. Look at the roads. The roads are getting better. Before, you cannot even drive 2 kilometers without seeing a pothole. But then you can drive a stretch and not even see one pothole.
That's good.
It may be slow, but things are getting better. We should remove our mindset that this is just one dead end. It's just one.
Akinola, somebody said you seem to be benefiting from the system. Well, let's hear from Paul by Waters and let me run this up. Paul by Waters, say your mind, let's go. Thank you, Tunde, for your contribution.
Tunde said the best on both sides. Tunde's got European passport. So if anything up, we can run back. I'm speaking for those that don't have European passport. That's what I'm saying. And my sister said, all the doctors that you see in Europe, they're from Africa, the same color as me. And that's so true. But my question is, why do you live in Africa?
Most of the specialists, we also have them there. Africans are trained overseas too. I studied personally overseas. I grew up studying overseas, and I'm a specialist as well. So you do not just undergrade yourself thinking that Africans are not many who overseas, that we don't have many specialists overseas. It is a lie. We have, but people want to come home. If there is anything like all of us putting up the same mindset to go home and build our home, there is a way forward. Look at what is happening. Example is already springing up in Africa. Watch what is going on there. Everybody thinks there is no way out. There is a way out. Okay, let's say example again. Why are the Chinese trooping into Africa? Oh, they have come into Kenya. They are there in Ethiopia. They are there in Nigeria. They are there in Ghana. Every country now. Do you know what? There is a vast gap in production. There are a lot of consumers in Africa, and we have less production. We have limited people who want to produce, especially food.
The code yesterday.
Are you getting me? There is a vast gap, very big gap. And it's money. Money. Money is lying down waiting for people to start having. So it's about your mentality. If you have this knowledge to go and invest, you don't want to sit there. Because investing in Africa, you must be there.
The woman said to me that she signed here. She said today they should help her.
So, Paul by Waters, they are listening to your private conversation. People are hearing you. Paul by Waters, people are listening.
This is why you want it. Because Kelly did say to me that my mom said, get me passport.
Paul by Waters, stop speaking.
On the background, that's why I kept quiet.
Okay, now keep talking, please.
Okay. So I kept quiet. So there are many things to do now. There are so many opportunities. There are openings for investment. The problem is how many people are really having that money to invest. The people with the right knowledge don't have the amount of money they need to invest. This is what you should be crying about. Not that there are not intelligent people who can handle a lot of things in Africa and it will come out well. We help to build other countries. We are working very hard. Do you know how much people contribute? Our neighbors overseas are also contributing to building the people. We pay tax. I have real good tax payment that I'm giving to. Not like you're working for free. You pay tax. And this tax, it can be accumulated for you. On the last day, you can also receive your pension. So working overseas and then retiring and getting your tax or whatever pension is not a problem. You can still go home. Invest if you want to be there. Now, the question is, don't invest and move away. That is it, because if you invest and walk away, you will lose. People that are not making the right money they want are those who invested and they moved away. If you invest and you stay at the same place and you observe what your investment is doing, you will make the money you need.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It is good everybody came in to say his or her opinion. Man, I've been sitting for hours here. I'm tired. Tomorrow we are going to continue with this conversation. I appreciate every one of you who contributed. Man, sorry to do. Thank you.
I'm going out now. And I always said we have to put one stone at a time, and Africa will be bright. Africa is brighter now. She will be brighter for our next generation. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I'm not giving up on Africa. I believe it will be great one day. Very soon, and it will be like the Chinese thing. The way Africa will change, it will be just like the way China changed. Nigerians, Africans of different cultures and cultural backgrounds are now learning the technology very fast. We are into many things, and we are opening all our eyes to learn.
My sister, you are so positive about Africa. That's great. You know.
Yes, I am. Because I don't know what to do again. Because I believe no matter what we do, you fly as you like on air. I've gone to several countries in the world. I have what it takes to go anywhere I want to go. But you know what? A bird, your leg will still touch ground one day. And that ground will be home. Africa. That's our home. And I love Africa.
Every one of us, we do love Africa, but...
Really, thank you very much for the opportunity. I want to say again, you're doing a very good job keeping it real. I pray that God will continue to give you the strength and the platform, expand that platform. Again, I want to reiterate that we should not stay in our comfort zone and then turn our noses down at our heritage, where we come from. I think God has placed you where you are right now to be able to not just give back to where you're coming from, but also look at opportunities and ways in which you can develop that community and make life a bit better for the next person that is here in Africa, so that the person will not be desperate to go through the desert to come to Europe. What exactly are you doing? Is it just about self-preservation? Is it just about you and your children? What are you doing back home to make sure that the community is better? Make sure that there are opportunities for young people to do something better for the country, for the continent. I tell you, I see things. I involve myself in a lot of programs here. I run a program called All Public Primary School Debate Competition, and this is targeted at public primary schools. And I can tell you what we've been able to achieve. Right now, we're doing it in partnership with the Irish Embassy, and the ambassador is so heavily involved in it. That's Ambassador Peter Ryan. I have another program I do, leadership development and values for young people under the age of 40. All these programs I do just to give back to my community and just to create a platform for young people to do better than the opportunities that are availed of to travel out of this country. So I really, really plead with all of us here that we should look back and not just condemn where we're coming from and highlight and celebrate the negativity of Africa and in Nigeria. But how can we do better? How can we make things better?
My brother, let me tell you something. I am an experienced man, and there are different techniques of warfare. See now, there are times you use pressure, you mount pressure on people to achieve your aim. There are times, even if the continent of Africa is making progress, you still mount pressure on them to do better. Because when they do little things and you applaud them, they might think, well, they are doing good, and they relax. So when you put pressure, when you criticize them, they sit up. And most guys you see make videos intentionally to mount pressure on the leadership of Africa, mount pressure on them to wake up to their responsibilities. So when we make some certain videos, there are reasons why we make such certain videos. Do you understand me? So that when they hear it, when they see this video, they know that people are not happy. People are stranded somewhere. People want to return home. And so many other things. So somebody like me, I'm a critical thinker. I don't just applaud mediocrity. I don't. So guys, somebody made a request. Who was that person? If the person is my co-fan, maybe I bring him in to say his mind before we round up. Do you understand me? I create some videos intentionally. Do you understand what I mean? To mount pressure on the leadership of Africa. So you should know how it works. So, guys, that's going to be the end of the program. I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mommy. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Tunde. Thank you, Lizanne. And thank you, Kostic. Thank you, Morgan. And thank you, everybody that came in to speak. I appreciate every one of you.
Please serve an appointment so that we can meet time to time, and then we will make Africa great. So let's do it. Things can be done little by little.
We can form a timetable.
You mean a timetable for us to be meeting or making program or what? How do you...
Yes, I think so. I think you should make a timetable and then...
Specifically for this topic, once in a week at least.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video and then I'm going to post the video either tomorrow or next, maybe tomorrow. Then under the comment section, everybody will say his or her opinion when is appropriate, the right time we schedule for this live stream. Do you understand me? Because not everybody, I have about 78,000 followers on TikTok. I have people on about 77,000 followers on Facebook and then on YouTube. So not everybody is here today. I'm going to make a video, post it online, and then people that ask people the right time they want when they are free so that they can join. Because there are so many of my fans who are not here now. We cannot conclude or fix an appointment now when so many of my guys, people that have been following this page for years, are not here. I respect them a lot. That's it. So that's the best way to go about it. So guys, I want to end this. I've not even eaten my fufu. It's already late. I don't think I'm going to eat my fufu again this night because of this program. Well, guys, thank you. And I'm going to be, how do I say it now? Dropping when I'm going to go live. Okay? See, now you are visiting Africa. I'm going to visit Africa this year, but I don't know what.
Okay, that would be very nice.
I'm definitely visiting. Yes, I'm visiting. I'm visiting Africa this year now. Yes, now.
Whenever you're coming to Nigeria specifically, just let me know, right? And I'll pick you up from the airport, and then I'll show you a little bit of good time in Nigeria. That's the promise, man.
Today you have to receive me first, I guess.
I didn't get that.
I say you will receive me first.
I didn't get that.
Oh, you didn't get me? That I'll soon visit Africa.
I didn't get that. The network is really bad now.
Oh, really? Oh, that's poor. Unfortunately.
Also, he did not hear you very well. He did not hear what you said very well, Lizzie. He did not hear you very well.
I said he's going to receive me very soon, I guess.
Yeah, you know
That's the problem with his network.
the network is not clear.
Okay, the network is bad.
Now you can say it again.
Okay, I can hear you. My sister was saying something. I didn't get that.
She said you are going to... Okay.
That you're going to receive me very soon.
The network is not good. So, now...
Now this is really bad.
Yeah, your network is not good.
These are the kinds of things we should be worried about. Steady network supply, internet supply, and lights, period. Water we can find it. Every other person can look for food. Roads is not a problem. We need internet connection in Africa. If we have at least steady electricity supply and internet supply, people will live a good life. You can stay there and be working in any country overseas.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, listen. You see now, I'm somebody who goes online every time. I'm a social media personality. I like creating content online. How am I going to cope with poor internet network? How do I cope? You see what I mean now? When
You have come again.
how do I?
You are going to resurrect another dead body.
So guys, I want to say good night. I want to eat. I want to take my. I've not eaten since today. Let me eat now. Tomorrow is.
Take a break, then have your fufu.
Yes,
Enjoy your fufu.
yes. I'm gonna enjoy my fufu. Guys, take care of yourselves. I appreciate every one of you. Well, see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be here. So. So I'm going to, guys, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow. Yeah, good night to everybody.